really starts at the beginning of 22. Three co-founders, James Hunsaker, Eunice Giarda, and myself. Prior to that, James and I worked together at Jump Trading for 8 years as high-frequency traders. He was the lead developer of our trading team. I was a quant and the team lead of our trading team. And we just worked together for a number of years, building early performance systems for trading in the centralized finance world.
What was the initial story of you two connecting and then obviously ended up leading to starting Monad?
Well, I first met Keone. I was interviewing at Jump, and I didn't know what Jump was. I've described this before. This recruiter called me and said, "Hey, do you want to interview at this FT firm?" And I'm like, "Sure." Keone was interviewing me because Keone had started, 6 months prior, joined that trading team, and Keone took the lead of that trading team.
We spent a number of years at Jump Trading building trading systems, joined the crypto team at Jump Trading in 2021, and spent a little bit of time there, mostly focused on Solana and Solana DeFi. And we really had a front row seat to the launch of Solana and the early days of the Solana ecosystem.
There was this, I think, general presumption that EVM couldn't be performant, right? People just kind of written off EVM as like, EVM is slow, Solana's fast. There's really no technical reason why that's true. Ethereum has, and still has, the majority of the mind share in terms of research, developers, and tooling, and all that sort of stuff, right? And we didn't believe what most people believe. It couldn't be fast.
Fast forward to 2022, we just realized there was a huge need for a really performant system that could bring everything together and could give developers and users the best of all worlds, to give them full compatibility with the ecosystem of Ethereum development, with the performance of Solana, and with a really high degree of decentralization.
You have this unique perspective, obviously, being a co-founder of Monad, seeing the project from the earliest stages now up to Monad's probably biggest moment in the spotlight yet. How does that feel?
Coinbase launches site for token sales. Blockchain startup Monad will be the first to sell its digital coin on the new platform.
Throughout the years, the vision for Monad has never changed. We've always known that we wanted to bring performance at scale to EVM, but what has transpired over time are some of the hows in which that occurred, and more technical innovations have been shared. I think we're looking forward to seeing more of those tidbits as Monad continues to mature. What will happen on November 24th is the launch of Mitm, and the best is yet to come.
We are live.
We are live. Can you see us? Can you hear us? This is Monad in the Morning, episode 39, the final episode of Monad in the Morning, pre-mainnet. Wow, could not have butchered that worse. But it is great to be here. How we feeling, intern? Final testnet MITM.
It is, dude. It's Throughput Thursday. We're 1 week out from Thanksgiving. Shout out Thanksgiving. I don't know, dude. I feel a mixed bag of emotions. There's a lot of things running through my head and through my heart at the moment. I'm a little nervous, dude. Launching a mainnet, been building up to it for 3 years. Now it's time to do it.
It's a big task.
It's a large task. It's a big undertaking. It takes a big team. It takes a lot of things. What type of things does it take, Jessup?
Well, if you think of it like a marathon.
This is just the starting line. However, it takes months of training to actually do a marathon. And then the marathon's only like 3 hours, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you do what I do.
Unless you do what Jessup does.
It's like 5 days.
And it's multiple days. But it's Monad in the morning. Danny, we got to do the Monad in the morning. You know what I'm talking about? That thing?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
That's my favorite part of every single week, because it's Throughput Thursday. The sun is shining. Monad Mainnet is about to go live, and you're tuned into the best, most popular live stream on the entire internet. This is Monad
In the
Morning.
Bingo, dude.
I think we nailed it that time.
We absolutely nailed it, Monad.
I don't know. None of you guys saw how big his eyes were.
Well, I was gonna say we have a silent supporter in the corner. Let's throw a camera on him and welcome Mr. Beautiful Bill Monday, live in person in the flesh. Bill, how we doing?
Doing good. Good to be here. That threw me off. The big monad.
Which one?
All of it. Well, yeah, the big monad. What was it? Monad in the morning.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a gallop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So we just found out that Bill doesn't watch the show
that's good.
because we've done it every time.
Well, I don't catch the start of it. You'd have to be. I don't know. That would be pretty psycho to tune in at second one, right?
Yeah, although we've got the super fans tuned in, and shout out the super fans. There are many of them.
Yeah.
And we run a 5-minute countdown, so.
True.
Well,
True.
we will. One thing that we always do on Monday in the morning is give out spins at the end of the show, which I'm assuming we're doing today. Danny, we'll look for confirmation.
Well, see, maybe.
We might be doing spins today.
Because, and I can elaborate because I know we have a lot of spin enjoyers in the audience. We have had similar prizes for a long time, and if you talk to James, he will tell you that they stink. And we've been trying to get creative. How can we upgrade the prizes? How can we mix up the prizes? But, there's a lot of logistical challenges, especially when shipping out merch and plushies. And we've gone through a pretty big supply of merch here on Monad in the Morning giveaways. And we're in a phase where we're trying to refresh the prizes, revamp the prizes. Mainnet is coming. So we were thinking of potentially holding off on spins for this week.
All right.
And bringing it back as soon as we can with some new prizes. But I can't say too much there.
It's
All right.
the longest way to say I can't be bothered doing the spinning wheel thing anymore.
Yeah.
No.
It's too much
Okay.
hassle.
No.
Okay. The answer is probably not. We're probably not doing a spin. But
Today.
Everyone
if
just
we
tuned
were if we were to do a spin, one way to get a spin would be creating a nice little tagline for Monad. I would love to rattle off like 7 different taglines, preferably with alliteration, before we say our Monad in the Morning thing. So it'd be like, we're live, we're at the EVM endgame, the future of finance, like things like that. That would be good for
The Colossus of Chains.
Yes, there you go. The what other ones? Let us know in the replies, and you probably won't get a spin, but you might.
Well, we will love and appreciate you forever if you
Slow-
come up with a great
Slow
tagline.
says, lose your virginity on this blockchain. Don't think we'll use that one.
That. Yep.
Yeah, that could have been left in the chat.
How do you know it says virginity? I can just see lots of asterisks. It's blurred out for me.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Because
I got the safe search on or something.
Yeah, your mom's got parental controls.
well, we do have an awesome lineup of guests
We have
today.
a sick lineup of guests. It is unprecedented.
Yeah, I'm assuming if you're tuning into Monad in the Morning, you want to talk about crypto and about Monad, so we can hit on some of those things first. Monad, some big news this week. The token sale opened on Coinbase. It is still open until Saturday night. Whenever we reference a time, it's in Eastern time, the most important time zone in the world. There's about 150 million committed so far in the sale. And yeah, it's just chugging along. So
And Jessup, how does it fill? How does the sale
Yeah,
fill?
please explain the mechanism for the sale one more time.
Yeah, so it fills fills up from the bottom. That's the actual terminology for it, which was, I believe, created by CoinList. So essentially, you commit the amount that you want, and then it fills everything evenly. So one of the things that I messed up in my video is pouring the cups in a line, and Bill actually drew a great diagram.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
I don't have it.
the
So you
diagram.
should send it to me. But I did not have time to build said
Apparatus.
trough, irrigation trough. But essentially, it fills all of them at the exact same time. So there is no prioritizing, like which order gets filled. It literally fills all of them at the exact same time. So if you imagine, instead of in the video where I'm filling the cups with the pitcher, instead of me going individually, it would be filling one thing that has holes over every cup, and it's filling all of them at the exact same time, hitting the tier, removing the ones that are filled, and then continuing with what's left.
So, to be clear, the name "Fill from the Bottom Up" is literally giving you a visual of this. Like if you just take your trough, but it's just going into the bottom of each cup. Like that's just how it works.
And it's filling up from the bottom. I was corrected by Nick. He was like, "Don't."
Okay.
Because we have to give CoinList their credit, but yeah, filling up from the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty new mechanism, different from other things that have been done before. But hey, that's the way we like it.
Gives everyone equal opportunity, which
Correct.
is, or not necessarily opportunity, but equal access.
Correct.
And that's what I think is crazy. Is like, doesn't matter how much you're bidding. Like everybody is starting from the exact same point. So.
100%.
There's been much more confusion around this than I thought, which is maybe a little less confident in the ability of crypto Twitter to reason through things. It's a very simple mechanism. It just fills from the bottom up. But yeah, so that's happening. Today is Thursday. There are like 2.5-ish days left for everyone who's keeping track at home. One guy who has been keeping a lot of track and commenting, Wale Swoosh, who shall be joining on the stream in about 15 minutes.
We've been having a big deliberation behind the scenes as to the correct pronunciation of their name. My bet would be Whale Swoosh, but we are going to find out from the source in 15 minutes. Live on Monad in the Morning. Great lineup today.
What else has happened this week in crypto, you might ask? Well, new lows in Bitcoin. The market has been puking as of the day that the Mon token sale went live on Coinbase. The market has just absolutely been tanking. A lot of people are upset by this, justifiably upset. But that's basically been the story of the week until Nvidia beat their earnings yesterday, which was that's a very important thing for Ethereum, clearly, as Nvidia beat their earnings and Ethereum, the price of ETH appreciated.
By 2 billion, no less.
That's a lot of billions.
That's
TBPN has a gong for any big numbers. We should have a gong.
Yeah, we actually had I think Jessup had the idea to do a gong early on in the show, and I think I vetoed it because very silly.
You could have a bell.
Yeah.
A little bell.
A
would be
little
nice.
bell.
Yeah.
Ting.
Yeah.
What else? What else has
ring for
happened?
service.
Keone went on TBPN
Yes.
on Tuesday, and I believe he was completely. He had no idea that his background was just a mattress on the floor with one single lamp.
Locking capital of the world.
And the host rightfully called it the locking capital of the world with the mattress on the floor. It became an instant meme. That was pretty funny to see. I feel like that's a good representation of Keone. Just mattress on the floor, one lamp.
I mean, every call I've basically ever had with him, he's tuned in from the lock-in capital of the world. That's authentic. That's where he ships from. So
That's where he ships from. The man has one mattress. Like Sailor's one chair, Keone's a one mattress kind of guy with no bed frame. What else? There were other things. There is a Gwart, for anyone who knows Gwart. There's a Gwart podcast coming out on Sunday. Keep your eyes peeled for that.
And another little tidbit of alpha. We're going to, over the weekend at some point, we're going to give a little bit of a hint, a little bit of a guide as to what the experience is going to look like on mainnet of day one. So you can look out from that. You certainly already follow the pipeline, but maybe put those notifications on, because we'll be dropping a sneak preview of the mainnet experience before it even goes live. So if you want to hit the ground running at 9 a.m. Eastern time on Monday the 24th, the first minute of Monad Mainnet, well, we'll have you covered.
Yeah. This was created from a lot of feedback of like, or actually not verbal feedback, but just from watching what people do. They tend to go to a website that they've never seen before and just do an immediate action and leave. This happens all the time in crypto. So we would like you to know exactly what the website will look like, exactly what you can do on day one, so you can do it quickly, cautiously and safely. But a lot of people like to do things quickly in crypto, and so we want to make sure anyone who's paying attention has the information that they need to be able to move fast on day one of Monad Mainnet.
And also the mainnet day one experience is pretty different from your average launch day experience on a chain, because there's so much already deployed, so much built out. Cross-chain EVM projects, cross-chain projects from all across crypto are already, deploying, going live, getting ready for Monday. So it should be, pretty different, I think, from your average day one experience in terms of what there is to do, how much support there is from wallets, infra, exchanges, what have you. So get out there, have a good time. I think the team on my hat is going to be live on day one, if I'm correct there. Rare Bet Sports, as well as many others. Bro.fun will be live as well. They're coming on the show in just a bit. I think Touch Market as well. So lots of stuff to do. We'll give you the guide. We'll help you figure it out and have a great day one experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is just like hands down the biggest ecosystem that has ever gone live on day one of a mainnet. I don't actually know that for sure, so I'll say it's likely, but like it is definitely the biggest ecosystem that's ever gone live on day one of mainnet, which is really exciting. It also opens up a lot of surface area for things to break, so I'm really excited to see what breaks on day one. To do a little trip down memory lane, we did the testnet launch, and the faucet broke almost immediately, which led to drop your address to get some testnet tokens on Twitter. A nice little workaround. The claim page went down immediately and toppled Privy over and destroyed it for the entire crypto industry for about an hour. Just generally when we launch stuff, some big thing will like break and go wrong. So I'm excited to see what that is. And yeah, I mean, almost certainly if you're watching Mon in the Morning this week, you'll probably be there on day one too. So you'll experience whatever goes wrong.
And you'll know all about technical difficulties already.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Well versed.
I actually think we knock on wood, but we haven't had any technical difficulties that I'm aware of.
You keep saying that.
Why would
Yeah.
you say it?
Because we have to have some minor technical difficulty. We don't want to repeat last week, but we gotta at least have a little snafu, an accidental mute or something like that.
Yeah, it is funny. We were talking yesterday on the DeFi space that Abdul and Fitz run, and we are talking about plans for mainnet, which is an interesting thing because no one really has a plan for mainnet. Yet it's probably an important thing to at least pencil out, like, okay, I might do this and this and this, because there's a lot of benefit to doing things early, right?
As a user, you mean?
As a user, yeah, yeah. And then there was also the critique that, have a plan, but then have a backup because things inevitably, go pear-shaped sometimes. So, yeah, that's what I'd recommend, is having a little bit of a plan.
I'm curious, like, what are you thinking about this kind of moment in time for the community? Like, it seems like it's almost like an inflection point, or kind of like the next chapter in the Monad community experience. And it's been a lot of cool stuff over the past couple of years, a lot of good times, but now it's like we're finally in the arena. It is mainnet, and I'm really excited to see what people who have been around for a while, and also people that are new to the Monad community, go out and kind of create. But I don't know if you have anything on your mind that like you've seen already that's exciting, or anything that you hope to see?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think everyone's a bit anxious. I mean, it's like the airdrop was a substantial amount for a lot of people, and so it's like you've got to worry about security, about claiming on that day, about figuring out like what you're going to do with it, all of that kind of stuff. So there's a fair bit of anxiety around, and so it's like just smooth as fast, just have again the plan, know what you're going to do, and then once they kind of once things are transferred and once they have it in their name and they have their ledger or whatever it might be, their cold wallet, then I think people are going to start looking towards what they can do and get excited again. But I mean, I'd be like anxious if I was getting some of these sizes of airdrops.
I'm freaking out and I don't have a single airdrop.
Yeah.
I would to echo what Bill said, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So ipso facto, slow is fast. Bill, I wanted to hop on something that you said, and this is less of a serious ask, but you said, have a plan and then have a backup plan. Things tend to go pear-shaped. What does that mean? Is that some type of like what is that?
I don't know, but I just like riffing on it. I feel like maybe the ideal is some kind of apple shape, and then if it goes pear-shaped, it's kind of like a ballooning or something, or like a
balloon. Yeah, it doesn't. You expect it to fill out like a sphere, but instead one part's a little less, one part's a little more.
Yeah, it's not quite like structurally sound, and it's blowing out the bottom.
Yeah. I like that. Okay, I'm glad I asked. Now I'm actually very happy.
But yeah, it's nothing against pears or anything.
Shout out to all the pears.
Shout out all the pears.
That's a throwback. That's an internet meme that I do know.
Rick Ross.
It's Rick Ross. Shout out all the pear.
There's a banger question here in the chat for Bill. It says, Bill, have you ever been mistaken for a thief on the street wearing that mask?
I don't wear this mask a second longer than I have to. I take this off immediately. This is pure polyester from some unregulated factory, and every time I wear it, my nostrils burn.
we could send you down to the Antarctic today, though. You got to be
I'm
nice and cozy. You got the sweater.
It's cold here.
Yeah, you got the mask on.
Freezing.
Yeah, it's winter is coming.
Tell you where it's not freezing though is Argentina.
Yes.
A lot of the peeps down in Argentina having a good time. I got a lot of very interesting pictures and snaps last night from a lot of people.
Oh, you are Snapchatting the Monite community.
Not exactly Snapchat, but I got
dangerous.
Just pics.
You reminded me that I'm actually I haven't shared this with anyone yet, but I'll just toss it out on stream. Was thinking it would be kind of fun to do a pipeline Snapchat account.
Oh yeah.
And a couple of us could get access, and we could just post up some Snap stories.
What if
maybe a Snap group?
Yeah. What if Snapchat is our new platform?
These are the things that we have to test.
Honestly, the entire team of Snapchat would be like, holy shit, someone is using Snapchat.
Dude.
Like that would we could be the only ones.
What if we onboard retail onto Snapchat?
And like Snapchat launches on Monad?
People buy in the Coinbase sale and then they go, where do I join the community? And we go, right here, Snapchat link.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
See?
James is in the comments right now saying, why is that guy wearing a face mask indoors?
He's just a hater. Don't worry about him. He needs to be he should be, tip tap typing away.
Yeah.
What's he doing in the?
Don't you have some big?
Is there anything else to be doing right now? That's a pretty good James comment. I can see him typing that out, cracking a smile. Morale is very important. High energy, positive mindset is actually very important. So, James, we're honored that you're hopping on to get your daily dose of entertainment.
Hopefully that's what it is.
Yeah. Matt, he just came on just to troll.
Yeah. Wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. Well, James, I'm 100% confident that you do not have Snapchat. But maybe you should get it.
Never.
There's no chance James has Snapchat. I don't want to dox any information.
I would hope he wouldn't.
He's kind of, he's a little older than your average crypto participant. So.
Way older.
Yeah. But also much wiser in some forms, and actually much.
He's got more energy than the average young person. So
Oh, yeah,
Got to
yeah.
give it to him for that.
What's crazy is he must have just came. He's not replying, so he must have just came on, dropped that comment, and
And then
left.
okay, that
Oh no,
actually,
he is there. He is there. I have Snapchat account.
See, I knew it. I knew it.
But I only had it installed for 5 minutes.
Ah, all right.
Well,
We got to get him back.
James, we need you on Snapchat so you can join our Snap group, because this might be the brand new way that Monad is onboarding folks to the EVM endgame, the future of finance. We need a B, something blockchain.
Biggest.
biggest.
The big, beautiful blockchain.
Yeah. Dusty.
Okay.
And that was Bill's segment.
I'm just riffing here. What, you guys don't like riffing on Monday the morning?
Oh, we absolutely love it. We
James
love it.
says he's installing it.
Nice.
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go. Yeah, I think there's something here. You know, we get the community on Snapchat. We're interconnected. We're sharing pics and videos and just having fun. That's the name of the game. We have an action-packed lineup today as well. We still have, I think, 5 guests to bring on. We've got Whale Swoosh coming on in just a moment, followed by Bro.Fun in person, followed by Uniswap, followed by Touch Market, and Karma is coming on last but not least, and we're going to talk about Monad Momentum, the incentives matching program for the Monad ecosystem that is going live on Monday with mainnet. So there's a ton to chat through, ton to do starting on Monday, ton of content coming out in advance. We'll help guide you through that mainnet day one experience and beyond. But I'm looking forward to this for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun to hopefully have a smooth experience on Monday, play around with a lot of these apps actually on mainnet for the first time. It's a little bit surreal.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, this is definitely not scripted and maybe something we shouldn't even say, but it just came to me, so I went with it. If I'm trying to figure out what to do, I'm on it on day one. Like, there's a lot of opportunity. I feel like you probably want to go on, and instead of thinking what you want to do, you think, what do I think other people will want to do when they get to this point of the website, and then do that thing. It's almost like, you know, the guy that French guy who put like $30 million on Trump to win the election and then ended up being right. And he was like, well, I didn't think about who I would vote for. I thought about who my neighbors would vote for. And there actually was a lot of edge in that. So I don't know.
That's a smart perspective for just about anything. Like,
yeah.
Not to necessarily guide your own decision making, because you don't want to just like follow the crowd. But if you're trying to predict what a future outcome or experience might be like, or
You're trying to find the Schelling point.
right.
Yeah. Not what do I think, but what do I think other people will think? And then if everyone, like, it's pretty easy for everyone to decide on that.
You're like a mid-curve whisperer, basically. You're like, what do I think the mid-curve is going to do? Because that's where everyone is.
Right.
Yeah.
But I am also extremely mid curve, so I might
Like
just think about
No,
what
but doing it puts you to the right curve. So you look through the right curve. What would the mid curve do? It's one back.
Oh.
Well,
Okay. All right.
For any, are we pulling Wale up? I can give a
He's
brief.
calling in now. So
Okay, I can give a brief history lesson on what a Schelling point is for anyone who's not aware. I'm going to make up a bunch of the details. There's a psychology class in the 1960s by this guy Schelling. Those details are all made up, but I think they're somewhat right. And he asked his students, hey, imagine that you were put in a room with one other person, you couldn't say anything, and then you were separated, and you had to figure out how to run into them. What would you do? You have no information whatsoever. You don't know where they're from. You don't know anything. What would you do? And he works through this entire logic flow, but the end result is like, well, you probably pick the most important city in the world, which at that point was New York, and honestly is still New York. You probably pick New York, and what's the most recognizable place in New York? Probably the Empire State Building or maybe Times Square. And then at what time would you meet? Well, what's the most recognizable time? You probably pick like New Year's Eve. And so just through understanding like then those things are called shelling points. So the shelling point here would be, okay, what is the thing that I think everyone is going to be doing on Monad when it launches? And how can I kind of back into that? And if everyone thinks like that, you actually have a pretty good chance of getting some resonance frequency within the crowd. It's worth looking up. Very interesting piece of, very interesting concept to understand the shelling point.
We got our guest.
Okay, Wale.
Is it though? Is it though? We're gonna find out.
Hello.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. We have a quick question that we've been kind of debating behind the scenes, very very naively here. How do you pronounce your name? Yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, I knew this was a question. It's whale, but usually when
Wow.
a lot of people call me Wale, so I'm used to both now, but it's whale, yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
The more you know.
All right, I get a point on the honor there. Appreciate you joining today. It's awesome to have you here. I know you're all over the map in terms of spaces and streams and all over the timeline in general. So appreciate you carving out some time.
Of course, thanks so much for having me on.
Well, I feel like I saw a piece of lore that you put out, basically saying like you reply guide your account to importance. Am I making that up, or is that like, did you actually put that out? What's kind of the backstory?
Yeah, that sounds like something I treated. So back in the day, that was like really, like we're talking in the bear market, that's when I started to build my account. And we had like a lot of time, like you were around, like there was not too, you probably had some things to do, but for like the average CT participant, like there was not too much to do. So I replied a lot to people when I started out. I still do it to an extent. Like I think people still know that when people reply to like my content, they usually get like a reply back. If it's not AI slop, but it's like an actual human replying. And I still think like that's an important strategy. Like when you're building your account or starting to build it, even though like reply guying, like the term reply guy has like now during this like InfoFi AI slop made like a bad ring to it. But if you do it like thoughtfully, I still think that's like a really good way to connect with people. So yeah, I definitely think that's like one of the things that I started like early on that helped with building an audience.
How many would you do per day?
That's a question that I get a lot. I don't know if there's like a number. I always think like focus less on the number. Like when you give yourself a target of like 50 replies a day, or 100 or whatever, there's like a high chance that you'll probably do like just quick replies just to get to the numbers. So I think focusing like more on, even if it's like 5 quality replies a day, I think that counts much more than doing like 50 quick or AI replies. So I wouldn't tie it to a number, but more of the quality that you can provide in replies. And some people do it really well, and you notice it. Like even if I sometimes see the small accounts replying to my content, but they do it in a thoughtful way and they actually bring value. I'm like much more inclined to follow them back and give them like replies back than like a bigger account who's doing like the same comment under each tweet.
Makes sense, for sure. I'm curious. It's like you're joining the show today, and it's an interesting week for crypto. Obviously, on the Monad side, we're pretty excited for mainnet on Monday. The token sale is ongoing on Coinbase, but timeline is kind of in disarray a little bit more broadly. Curious if you have any thoughts on like where we're at in crypto right now. These are interesting times.
Yeah, very interesting. So I think there are two sides to it, right? In general, like macro crypto, of course, hasn't been like a good week or a good couple of weeks for crypto in general. I'm down like a good amount on my portfolio, But at the same time, and I've been on Space today where we talked about this as well. At the same time, I think there's been like not many times where you get so many good opportunities or interesting things happening in the space. Monet being one of them. Of course, the sale on Coinbase I think is really interesting for people to participate. A few weeks ago, we had kind of the airdrop that you guys did with Monet Cosmos was also exciting. We have other ecosystems which do well. We have a lot of ICOs happening that perform well. So even though like broader crypto is definitely a tough spot right now, I still think like it's an incredible time to be active in the space. Like the opportunities that we have, like every few days there's like something new happening and something exciting you can participate in. So from that perspective, I still very much enjoy being active here. But yeah, like if you look at crypto in general, I don't know. Still feel like after 1010, like after this like mass liquidation, maybe there really went something wrong here, and we still see like the consequences of that. I have no idea, but yeah, general crypto is tough, but at the same time, there's still a lot of good things to participate in. So I'm like still pretty bullish. Even if you look at the next few months, there's a lot of things coming up. So I'm still excited to be here.
Definitely. Couldn't agree more. I'm curious, when did you first get into crypto, Whale?
So I had Bitcoin and ETH before, but I really got deep into crypto with the NFT wave, like in early 2021. That's when I really got deeper into crypto, started really making, like in the beginning, like really day trading NFTs. It was like when I got really deep into crypto, then also like into the culture side of crypto, CT. Yeah, NFTs really pulled me in, and then that translated then into CT and kind of building my account there like then in 2022. But really, what got me into crypto was like the day trading side of NFTs. It's when I made my first real money in crypto. It was a really good onboarding experience back then. Like I don't know how deep you guys were in NFTs, but even for someone who was relatively new to crypto and didn't know too much about how it all works, it was a really friendly environment. Also, like a good environment to make money. Like if you're a newcomer, it was really intuitive to mint, to flip NFTs on secondary. So yeah, that's the time when I got really deep into crypto. But I had some Bitcoin and ETH before, but yeah, 2021, I would say like early 2021, that's when my journey in the space started.
Yeah, pretty similar for myself. I'm curious, like, having had a very much so a front row seat to 2021 NFTs, we really haven't seen or felt euphoria like that since. Certainly not in the NFT side of things. Like, what do you think about the current state of NFTs? Like, where do you think NFTs are going from here? Are you interested in Monad NFTs? Do you think there's potential there? Just kind of curious, like, what your broad thoughts are.
Yeah, sure. I will touch on Monad NFTs in a second because I'm started to get deeper into it also with Karma. We hosted like a space, I think it was last week or 2 weeks. I think it was last week. So I'm going to touch on this in a second. Like general state of NFTs, I don't think we get like a NFT bull market similar to like the 2021 and 2022 vibes ever again. I think it was like a singular event, and it was like so much opium and enthusiasm around them. I don't think they will come back. I think certain NFT projects that are established will probably do well. But a lot of them are now kind of discovering that they have to find like an audience or a market outside of the core NFT audience, which they're struggling with. I think it's hard to bring that together with the interest of holders sometimes. So I think that's probably one of the big challenges that the established projects will see. And I don't know if any, or definitely not many of them have figured it out yet. So that will be a challenge there. When it comes to Monad NFTs, I was actually really impressed to see like how much of a community had formed around them. I think I discovered like the first few communities pretty early. I think it was early this year or late probably late last year. That's when I started to talk like to a few communities. There was like a period when one of the NFTs, even though there was mainnet was still a long time away, there was I think it was probably around when we saw abstract NFTs popping up and people kind of looking like for new ecosystems to pay attention to. Parachain back in the day, and that's when one of the NFTs also popped up. That's when I first started to get into it, and I've been paying attention since. And I've been really impressed like how the communities have formed. If you look at projects like we had some of them on last week with Karma. If you look at Chalk, if you look at Little Stars, like a few of the projects really have like built a community and built some culture around them, which I think is really beneficial like for Monad in general. The way that they form the community and form the cult around these sub communities. So I'm definitely paying attention. I'm in touch with a lot of these projects. I'm excited when they officially launch once mainnet is live. I think having like a good NFT ecosystem, when you have like a chain that wants to survive like long term and wants to have like a culture side as well, I think NFT communities are a really important part. So from what I see right now, I'm really bullish on what I see in Monad NFTs. Of course, it's too soon to say like which ones will do well or survive long term. But I see like a few really interesting communities with strong founders, like who also have good intentions. So yeah, really excited and was impressed to see how they formed, especially when you compare it to other blockchains and other ecosystems, where we didn't really see like a lot of communities form in to that extent over the long term.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Bill, I don't know if you have any thoughts. You obviously have a very front row seat to the like kind of broader Monad community, and as part of that, the NFT interests probably have a decent pulse on that. But any thoughts there?
Yeah, people are excited. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
So and every kind of collection has got a different flavor, a different style of doing things, and so people just naturally fall into the community that suits them the best, I think. So that's kind of interesting. Instead of like, what they think is the best for speculation, they're thinking like, okay, what actually suits me the best, which is cool to see.
If you were going to give some advice for somebody on like how to find an NFT community, anything stand out?
I think you can kind of see it in the discussions around like Twitter comments is probably the easiest way to find it. You'll be able to see like there'll be certain collections with very wholesome comments, very like loved up, very like, happy and optimistic. And then there's other kind of collections that are a little bit more like, shitposty, antagonistic. And so you kind of just find the vibe that suits you the best and then just DM people, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like I would go and reply. I go find like the top 5 and then reply to anyone who replied to those tweets and then say, what are the top 3 NFTs on Monad, and wait to see what they say. And then you get like a general sense.
Yeah.
And then you can go and filter and see what you like from there.
Yeah. You can also just jump into all of the Discords as well. They all have Discords that you can find pretty easily.
Yeah. Well, I have seen you posting about Monad a decent amount recently. When did you first start hearing about or caring about Monad? What has that journey been like for you?
Yeah, I don't know when I heard the first time about it. I think for me, like definitely having like the NFT background, when I first started to look more into it, was around the time that I told you about when I started to get like in touch with a few early NFT projects on Monas. I would say like late last year probably. That's when I started to look into kind of from the experience of being interested in Monad NFT projects, also looking deeper into Monad itself. So that I would say was the first time I paid more attention over just seeing it like on the timeline and being aware that Monad exists. But that's when I started to look more into it. And then more recently, when I also started to tweet more about it, was around the Monad card campaign, which I think was really good. I know there was like a lot of different opinions on it, but I thought it was definitely a good campaign. It was all the timeline, and that's when I started to tweet more about it and look deeper into it. And yeah, now I'm excited for mainnet. I participated in the Coinbase ICO. We'll see how much allocated is and how much of my ticket size will get filled there. But yeah, excited to see it now with mainnet, and we'll definitely look into it. But again, I think there are always like different touch points for people to get involved depending on their background. For me, it was NFT. That was kind of my gateway, not just into Monad, like in a lot of other communities, like over chains, like over the years. So, and for other people, it might be memes. For other people, it might be DeFi. But yeah, for me, it was NFT. So I would say the first time I started to look deeper into it was probably late last year when I talked to a project like Chalk and had like first points of contact there.
It's exciting times for sure. I think one question that I'd love your perspective on, Whale, having been in, call it the NFT trenches throughout 2021, probably across a number of different chains, like you've created this persona in Whale Swoosh. You've grown the account. You've presumably done quite well for yourself in the crypto space, and basically created that opportunity for yourself. And something that we kind of talk about a decent amount with the Monad community is like the potential for rapid growth by participating in an early stage ecosystem, especially if you bring something new to the table, if you are willing to kind of put in the work. So for anyone who maybe looks up to you, has followed you for a couple years, and maybe is wondering how they as a Monad community member can best position themselves to grow, and not just financially, what advice might you have for the Monad community?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think what we've seen many times in the past few years is when there are like new ecosystems launching, it's usually an incredible time for people who are really involved to, of course, like be active, but also to educate like broader CT or other people about what's going on. We saw this with Blast, I guess the most recent example in 2024, where a few really good creators who later expanded and became like one of the top voices on CT in general. But they originated from this ecosystem. So I would definitely say, like, if you're passionate about Monad, if you know what's going on, if you have like a good understanding of the chain, of the ecosystems, of the lore, of the community, of the different sub communities, I think it's an incredible time to really make that not the whole personality, but to educate like other people around it, to build your brand around it. Because I'm really definitely sure, like looking over the next few weeks, next few months, a lot of people from broader CT who might have seen Monad on the timeline a few times, but aren't super familiar with how to get involved, like where to start. They will look for resources on CT and for voices and for creators to follow, to stay up to date with all the different parts of the ecosystem. That's difficult, like for teams themselves to cover, or for like the official Monad account to cover. They will look like for creators to follow, to get alpha or info on the top apps, on the top communities, on what to do, on just simply like how to participate and how to get started. So I think if I would be like really in the Monad trenches right now, that would definitely be my goal, like for the next few weeks and months, to double down on that and to help like broader CT and other people to also get involved in Monad. And we saw it a lot of times, like the top creators in new ecosystems, they usually do like incredibly well, not just financially, but also like from a growth perspective, because people will flood to them to get like a good overview on what the ecosystem is about, on how to get started, on how to make money themselves. So I think that's like always like an underrated strategy, and it takes time to do that, and it takes, of course, a lot of knowledge of the ecosystem. So it's not like something you can do in a day, but I think it's really, for the people who are really passionate about it, I think it's a great idea to double down there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's great advice. Kevin's drawn the parallel before that crypto is an industry where you can climb the ladder really fast. I know Bill has made similar points, and that opportunity just doesn't exist very in the same capacity elsewhere. So I'm really excited. There's a lot of Monad community members that have been around for a while that have pushed the community forward, and excited to see now that, you know, mainnet is going live and that opportunity is real. People are paying attention, how they capitalize on that and look to grow.
Who would you say are the top? I'm asking like selfishly here. I don't know if you can shout out like individual accounts, but who do you think are like the best, the must follows like right now from a community to stay up to date?
I like so Greg has been doing some really cool daily updates, where he just like gets all of the things that the community have said and that the ecosystem has done that day, and then he puts them into what is right now not the nicest looking kind of format, but we're going to work on that. But it's the daily news that he does. Shout out Greg. It's Greg 0046. Monad Daily Newspaper.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, do you guys have any shout outs for people that are crushing it?
I mean, if you want entertainment, you gotta follow King Louis for sure.
Yep, King Louis crushing.
King
on
Louis,
content.
we've actually got his PFP in plushie form right behind me over my shoulder here.
I think it'd be crazy not to shout out Vikru, because Vikru did a cosplay of Whale.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, Vickers goated.
Wait, Whale, did you see that cosplay he did of you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, very
He's a
good.
legend. I saw all his cosplays. I think he's been a great resource, like to Monet in general. The attention that he brought to you guys like on CT has been incredible. Shout out to him.
Right. Yeah, I remember he also pinged me. He's like, "Hey, is it cool with you if I go to this Korea blockchain week and dress up as this animal and run around?" I was like, "Dude, I'm not gonna be there, but like definitely, like go nuts." I'll shout out Benjanad and KB. They're just like staple OG follows. King Louis' videos, I don't think that we've never given them love on in the morning.
So funny.
Those are really good.
They're
Those are hilarious.
Got to shout out Sovan clipping.
Oh yeah,
Sovan's a machine. Got to shout out Mel.
Q.
Oh, Q, of course, Q. I mean, we're gonna certainly miss some legends here, but there's quite a great group of people.
That's why I didn't want to kind of go for any of the members, because it's very hard to. I want to think about the up and coming people, because it's just definitely gonna miss people, because there's just so many great creators out there.
Yeah,
I have no worries about missing people, so I'm fine to just say the people that come to mind. It's like, you didn't come to mind. Well, maybe you should have done better.
Yeah, fair.
Beautiful. Well, we got a couple minutes left here, then we're going to cut to an intermission, but we did have a question from Decatan in the community that I wanted to ask Whale. Decatan says, I see that Whale Swoosh's bio says he is on vacation. Where did you go?
So that's I'm not really on vacation. So I went back to Germany this week. I moved to Dubai this year, so I went back to Germany. But my bio is more of a meme. Like people want, there's like this meme. I don't know if you've been following. Like when I go on vacation, market pumping. So I changed it like more as a bit to that. But yeah, I'm technically half on vacation right now. It's not really a vacation, but maybe that counts. But the market is not reacting positively so far. So maybe I've lost my magic here. I don't know.
Gotcha. I did figure that it was a joke, but good color nonetheless.
Yeah.
Well, Whale, this has been awesome. We'll have to run it back soon in a world where Monad Mainnet is live. Certainly much to chat through on the NFT side of things. And, hopefully it's a great experience for you on Monday when Mainnet does go live. Anything in particular that you're already planning on using on Monday?
Not really something that I'm planning to use on day one, but I'm definitely looking forward to, as I said, like the NFTs that are launching in the first few weeks. Karma said in our space that she hopes they don't launch on day one because day one NFT launches are always chaotic. So that's probably nothing for day one. But when we talk about like the first few days or the first few weeks, that's definitely something I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, excited to see you guys cooking. Has been great to come on. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to bring you back soon. Appreciate the time today. Ton of fun. And if you are tuning in, we're going to cut to a quick intermission and we'll be back with bro.fun. Stick with us. And thanks again, Whale.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
And we are so very extremely back.
We're back.
Can you see us? Can you hear us?
They got us. It's the EVM architecture, the EVM endgame, the
Still
boldest
working
of
on it.
blockchains.
The boldest of blockchains. I like the
Yeah.
boldest of blockchain for bros also would be very fitting for this next segment.
Absolutely.
We have the bro of all bros here, Chad from bro.fun.
Yo, let's go, bros. Thank you, Danny. Guys, so great to be here, brothers. Yeah, my name is Chad. I'm from bro.fun, the official intern here. So juiced to be here, guys. I mean, what a beautiful morning on Monad in the morning. So, yeah, like I said, I'm Chad. You know, I'm here to basically refill the keg and bring the vibes, baby. Chief Vibes Officer. Hell yeah, bros. Let's get into it.
Chief Vibes Officer. You guys had a banger video come out yesterday. I was looking forward to this for a while, but then I saw that hit the timeline and I knew we were gonna have some energy today for sure.
I gotta ask, but before we hop in, Chad, that is a hell of a sweatshirt.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
What is that
Chad is
sweatshirt?
already talking about it.
The sweatshirt, I like need that.
Dude, this is a custom Mon fraternity bro sweatshirt. Yeah. Yeah, it's anyone who's inducted into the bro.fun frat immediately is given this sweater.
You gotta hit that straw again one more time with this angle.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What do you need? You need me to hit the little...
The straw.
Oh, the straw. Oh.
Oh yeah.
For
Oh, yeah,
human
baby.
purposes.
That's Oh, that's a classic Red Bull. No sugar. No sugar.
No, that definitely
Yeah.
has sugar.
Oh, it
Chad.
does? Oh,
Chad.
Dude, listen,
there's
bro.
a lot of sugar.
There's a
in
lot of
there.
sugar in that. I mean, we're juiced. It is 11 a.m., so we do need to get a little turned here, boys. We do need to get a little turned. For sure.
There we go. Well, you're repping bro.fun. We're hyped. We got bro.fun going live on day one of Monad Mainnet in what, like 4 days? Monday morning, 9 a.m.
Monday
3
morning.
days, 22
Monday morning.
hours, dude.
So, what is it? Give us a little overview.
Yeah, dude. So imagine a beer pong game, but you're literally getting rewarded for every shot you make, right? So the more you play, more bro points you earn, and you literally, I mean, dude, even I can do it, right? You connect your wallet, and you just start making that sweet, sweet mon, baby. That's all there is to it.
So we've got basically Pong on chain digitally here.
Correct.
And I think we got to try it out right here on the stream, right?
There's no other way, brother. There's no
Okay.
other way.
All right. Well, I'm
We
gonna
gotta make it a little interesting, though, fellas. So
Oh,
is it me
okay.
versus you, Danny? Is that how we're rolling it, or we want to get all the boys in?
You tell me.
I'll play on Danny's team,
Okay.
but I'm less plugged in than you guys, so
Okay.
I'll be a supporter.
Okay, love that. All right, so let's do it like this: 5 rounds. Lowest multiplier has to do. I mean, we can't take shots. I mean, maybe not, but we'll do push-ups. How about that? 10 push-ups.
Push-ups.
We'll
All
do
right.
push-ups. No
Push-ups.
shots. Yeah.
All right.
Another time, Danny.
All right. I'm pulling up my bro fun here,
Awesome.
and I'm gonna look to share my screen to the stream.
Yeah, when Danny shares it, I'll add it in here.
Okay. Jessup, how am I doing?
We'll get there.
Did I brick it?
Nice.
Okay.
We live here?
We got it live on the stream, and
Love it.
This is authentically my first time. So I set up this morning, but walk me through kind of how this works
You
here.
gotta face it. I gotta see a little angle here,
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, man. So yeah, I'll let you go first. So basically, what you're gonna do here, you're literally just gonna make as many shots, and you can pull out whenever you need to. So if you feel like, okay, you know, I made a couple shots in a row, I'm at X whatever, right? You can pull out, or you keep going until you hit that death cup. So it's literally just running until you hit that death cup. So the goal is to try to get the highest multiplier you possibly can, and that's it, brother. And don't hit the death cup. So that's how we'll judge it. If you hit the death cup, that's like kind of a 0 mark for you. If
Okay.
that makes
Death
sense.
cup's
So
in the center.
yeah, so we're doing 5 rounds. We'll do lowest multiplier. So like whoever has the lowest score out of 5 rounds is the winner.
Like golf.
It's like golf. There you go,
Okay.
brother.
And in terms of like the actual shot mechanism,
Yeah.
like I want to hit my first shot.
You wanna
here.
hit your first shot.
So
Come on, Dan.
like,
You
once
want to
I-
hit your first It's like
Like,
Pong.
how do
It's
I
like
actually
Pong.
shoot it though?
Oh, yeah. Here. You want me to get it in there? I'll.
Well, I don't want you to intentionally brick my first
I'm
shot.
not going to break your first shot. Dude, you literally just click on a cup. So click start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we
Okay.
go.
And just let it rip, brother.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's a strategy. But I'll let you do it. I'm not going to give you insider tips yet.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, that was the death cup.
Yeah. It's
So
only
you don't
one.
know
It's
which
only
one it
one.
is.
You don't know which one it is. Yeah.
okay.
You get it now. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Bro.
there's a strat to it for sure.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So,
So do-
now
do
it's
we
your
lock?
turn.
Now it's my turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're in round 1, right? You know, you can play it any way you want. It's literally like real Pong. Except you're actually winning some rewards here. All right. I'm gonna go middle.
Oh, of
Sir.
course he sinks it.
I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, all right. We got
All right, we're tied.
two
We're
death
tied.
cups off the
Dude,
rip.
what is going on?
And
man?
I still have 4.757 testnet mon here, so I can. Should I jack it up or should I maybe play?
Jack it up, dude. Let's,
Yeah, I'll
let's
go to-
play
I'll go
with
to
some real
one.
money here. Yeah.
So you can wager different
Oh, I see.
Exactly.
different
You go-
amounts.
Let's do one.
Yeah.
Because I missed the last one.
and then click start there. Yeah.
So now I got to I
Well,
got to
now-
hit this one.
9.
Bingo.
I don't know,
That's the one.
Danny. I don't know.
2 cups. There's electricity.
I shouldn't be rooting
Yeah,
for
we're-
you, but I am.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Let's go.
That's fire.
All right. You
Love
go.
that.
Yep, we got a nice rotation going here. I think the death cup is going to be that one, so I'm going to hit this right there. Let's go. It
All
wasn't-
right.
I'm glad I upped the
Oh,
ante.
3 left, dude. What do you think?
So you can cash out now.
You can cash out now. So if you miss, you're back down to 0. That's so you understand what I'm saying. So
yeah.
you might want to cash.
All
But
right,
you can
all right,
cash
all
out
right.
and
Take
it's
profit. Take
3.3x.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a
there you
smart
go.
move.
Take profit.
That's a
Okay.
smart move. Okay, good multiplier there.
Okay, so you're 2.22. Okay. All right, so keep that in your head just so you know. We're
Oh,
rocking with that.
2.22.
Yes,
that's
sir.
that's the multiplier.
That's a multiplier. I'm going middle. Going front cup.
Oh, he's
I'm
sinking.
going boom.
Oh, hit that death cup. Oh,
I'm cashing out.
oh, you're
Yes, sir.
You're right below us.
I am? Oh,
No,
dude. No, we're
2.22.
tied. Right? 2.22.
You had 2.21.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're
I'm
into the
0.1. All right.
hundredths.
Oh, we are close here, boys. We are close here,
We're out
brothers.
of funds. We don't have any.
You can reset it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a demo right now too. So I mean, we're playing with.
Wait, no,
Stay-
we
stay
should. No,
high.
we have
Stay-
7. We have 7.
I know,
We
but
have,
we can't do one. We stay with this. No, stay with 1, so we can get up to 10 and,
Yeah.
and really bet on. it.
oh, okay. All right.
I like your thinking here.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
a
see?
that's a degen right there.
Yeah, we got a math guy
Yeah.
over here.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yup. Oh, this is electric, baby. That's not it.
Are we at?
I'm sweating, boys. I'm
So it's
sweating.
2.21 right now.
Chad's never lost in Pong.
Let's go.
I think. Does this get us to 10 if we take profit right now?
I think so.
I think cash it then.
That is math.
I was so tempted not to, but smart team
Yeah,
play.
you guys are smart.
Smart team play.
What did that put us at?
I don't know if we got it actually.
No, it's 8.29, but that's okay. That's
Okay.
We'll work our way
that's
up.
how we like it. All right,
Okay.
Chad,
Okay.
you're up.
My palms are sweating. They're shaking,
Me too.
boys.
This is intense.
All right. I think I'm at a little disadvantage with the angle here, but I'm gonna sink this. Yup. In front's risky. Okay. I'll go back right. Yup. One cup. All right, I'm cashing out. Ooh.
You said there's a little strategy, Chad.
There we go.
What are you thinking about when you're clicking through here?
I'm thinking about a lot of things, my friend. Strategy wise, honestly, bro, I just let it rip. There's no like in between in terms of
Just
strat.
how you're feeling.
I envision my college days and like hitting that, like letting that cup sink and just splash, and like I literally try to like almost envision being back like in the yard, just ripping solo cups, doing keg stands with the boys. I think that's the best strat in my opinion.
Tunes is in the chat, says, somebody get this man a beer to shotgun.
Please.
Tunes.
We're running off Red Bull tonight right now.
So what do we got here? It's our turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys rip it.
Oh yeah, we're at 9.4. So we gotta stay. We gotta stay at 1, but we've got some room to
9.4, and
work
we were
with
at
here.
7.2. We really just need like maybe cups, then we can get.
Let's go. All right, come on.
Oh,
Send it home. Go to your home ball.
I don't know about that, boys.
All right.
I don't know about that.
That's death. All right, Chad. Let's see
okay.
what you got.
Okay.
all right.
So how much did you guys lose there?
Unclear.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, you lost. I mean, you only bet 1.
Yeah.
So you lost 1.
Okay. So see,
Yeah.
with a conservative.
Yeah.
Conservative approach.
This kind of reminds me of like the iMessage pigeon.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Except you're actually making some coin here.
Yeah, there you
Hopefully.
Come on, Danny.
High stakes. Oh,
All right, I'm feeling
I can
good.
tell you've been practicing.
Oh, wow, dude, all night. I didn't sleep last night. I've just been. Oh, come on.
There's the cup.
There it is.
All right. So you're at 7.4.
Yep. And you guys are
Yeah.
at what? 8 something.
All right, Danny, I think if you just take our turn here, I'm going to ask Chad a couple questions.
Yeah,
All right.
please.
About like how did this come about? What are some of the things you guys are looking to do moving forward?
Yeah.
You know, mainnet is coming up. How can people play on launch day? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I would like to talk a little bit more about the vision. Hey, am I allowed to vape on here, boys? Sorry about that. I'm not trying to get you all in trouble, boys.
Yeah, you got it.
To be honest with you, look, I mean, I'm looking at from a vision perspective here with Bro.Fun. Like, people are always talking about, onboarding the masses, right? And truthfully, they just want to get people in their bags, right? Crypto always has been somewhat of a, money motivated market. And I think that, people turn on a dime when a project's doing really well, right? It's like they flip faster than a freshman doing his first cake stand. That's what I like to say. They'll turn on you, right? And the reality, what we're building for at Bro.Fun is not some deep philosophical revolution, right? About, decentralization. Nah, bro. We're here to have a blast, right? And the question we asked, bro, was, how do you do that without the existential terror of getting wrecked or scammed by snipers and scammers, right? Nobody wants that. So we did it easy. Short games. You're playing it right now. Simple mechanics, real rewards.
I just went off. I mean, you probably
I
didn't
didn't even
see.
see. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here. It's ranting.
The
I'm
chat
here
is
ranting.
seeing.
Chat, you saw that. You saw that.
I didn't see it. It
Cups
doesn't
were
count. I
falling.
didn't see it.
We're over 10.
I didn't see it.
We've got 10
all on
for
the
the next
train,
round.
buddy.
Yeah. Oh, I hammered like 6 cups in a row.
And do you like play against the computer, like a casino type of thing? Do you play against your buddies? Like
Yeah, you play on the computer, right? It's like you're gambling here, right?
Okay.
It's like that perfect mix of, winning actually, and that little bit of dopamine rush. I would say it's a nice little rush.
So we're going head to head here right now.
Yeah.
Like people will be able to do that as well.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
PvP.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. You can play by yourself. You just want to just throw some money on there, or you can also go head to head with your bros. Like, I think that's the beauty of it. There's like no right way to do it. You're just on there and trying to make some bags. I mean, straight up.
This is very fun. It is your turn, and
All right.
we're gonna find out who's
I gotta
who's
go
doing
all
the
in here.
push-ups. Yeah, we
I
gotta
gotta go all in here. Okay.
The chat is saying never cash out, so I think you got to.
All right, I'm done
all
cashing
run
out.
it.
Whoa.
Running all the cops.
Dude, this is a lot of pressure, boys.
We're playing for push-ups.
Dude!
Oh, Chad!
Oh, never
Chad.
cash out.
Chad got distracted.
Dude.
All right,
I
so
was on some philosophical rant about
Wait, but
decentralization.
now we can bet 10. Wait, how much do we have? No, we have 9.8. Oh, we need to.
Oh,
hit,
how-
we need
I
to
thought
hit
I
one
went
cup.
over.
We need to hit 1 cup.
all right.
I'm devastated, boys. I won't lie. Sorry, chat.
All right.
I'm about to rip some mean push-ups.
I think right here
Yep. Maybe 2 cups just for
for measure.
All right, cash out. Now we can bet 10 on the next one
and just destroy him.
and just win.
Oh, unless
Oh,
I'm
God.
unless I'm confused. Oh, I think it was just showing where the death cup was, but it says it says we have 5.44.
Well, you cashed out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just showing you where the death cup was after.
Yeah.
Even when you
okay.
cash out,
All
it'll
right.
show you. Yeah.
All right, so you're up.
See what
All right,
we
and then
got.
we're gonna bet 10 and try
You guys
to
are
run
betting
it.
the house.
And then I think we bet 10
If
and then
we-
just run it all the
What
way.
do I got here? All right. Am I playing on yours or?
Oh, is that?
I think we forgot to go back and forth.
Oh, we mix it up. That's why.
That's
All
why.
right,
we're-
wait. Then bet 10 and we'll run it all the way to the end together.
Okay. Let's all team up, boys. I mean, I think I only bet one here, so yeah.
Okay.
So are we ripping?
Oh, now we're down again.
We're down, yeah.
Okay, we gotta make it all back.
No, the next one is 10.
Okay.
Because the next go.
Oh, okay. All right. So we got one for this one.
We can do a custom bet here.
Oh,
So-
you can custom
Yeah,
as
so
well.
let's throw in 9. We're throwing the house in. We got 9. Let's throw 9 in. All right. That should.
No, that exceeds.
that
See, it says
exceeds?
4. It says 4.4. We must have mixed up our
Yeah,
our
we
terms.
definitely
Do
did.
4.4.
Do 4.4.
Let's just max it out and run it till the end.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Yeah, there we go.
Come on, that's the one. Yup. Yup.
Love that.
Chad. No,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's the team. Yeah.
All right, team effort now. Now it's
You gotta make it
all
to
the
the end.
all the bros.
Diamond hands, boys. Diamond hands.
Come on, Chad. Oh, yeah. That's the
All right.
one.
Oh, this
All
is
right.
getting
That's the
dangerous.
one. All right. If I was a death cup. Oh,
Think
this.
like where the
Yeah,
death cups
dude, that
would
one
be.
looks like death.
It's too close to you, bro.
And it
Oh,
was.
it
It was.
Danny.
I could see it. I knew it.
What do we got
Yeah,
here, boys?
which one's the death cup?
Tunes, which one's the death cup?
I think it's front cup, boys. They're deceiving
I,
us.
What's the chat
I
say?
agree.
Chat says back is.
But Duffy also said front, so.
Okay, I'm gonna go with back right.
I like it. I like it.
I think it's front, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
it
go.
was.
Wait, shout out Duffy. Shout out
shout
Duffy.
out.
Now the cups are going back up.
Yeah, they re-rack. So, because I mean, it's if you only have 3, it's gonna the
But-
odds are gonna be less and less. So we're still rolling.
But your multiplyer's going up.
Our
But now-
multipliers
now we
going
have
up.
4 cups.
Now we have 4.
So-
It gives you a little bit better odds. So like if,
Yeah,
if it
yeah.
went down to 3 and 1, I mean, think about it. If it went down to 1,
Yeah.
you know, bro, like you're chalk.
Then you.
Like,
I thought we were gonna beat the game. I'm
Yeah,
this
no.
is like a new level.
No, this is like you're
right.
literally on the next level. Yeah.
Chad.
Okay.
You're starting us off on the next level.
All right.
All right. All right.
Come on, Chad.
Chat, what we thinking? What do we got here, boys?
Yeah,
Give me
well, I
I could see
something.
Where
this
do we
being
go,
like
chat?
a streamer game. Like everyone.
This is an awesome
Nothing?
game to play on stream because we got the
Yeah.
chat involved. Chat says
Shoot middle right.
Middle right.
Mirth Mono.
Ooh!
Let's go,
Bro,
Mirth.
Chad is on fire.
Oh
Love
yes,
that,
this
bros.
is a melding of the minds. All right, what's the chat saying? Because I don't have a
Not just says death on the back.
Okay.
Death on the
back.
left. So
Oh God.
front right.
go for it.
All right.
Left.
What's the back left?
Go, boys.
Dude, how are they? They do this every time. All right. What's the?
Dude, their chat is on fire.
All right,
Let's
chat.
go.
Shoot back left.
Back left. Whose shot is it?
Shoot back left.
That's Nacho.
They say they want a hoodie.
Bros want a hoodie?
Middle left.
Quick sidebar.
What's Duffy saying?
If you got merch,
Quick
Duffy
sidebar.
says
merch
center
releasing.
right.
Shoot center right or the cup is or the death cup center right, Duffy?
yeah, we need to know because he was right last time.
Duffy.
Duffy.
Does Duffy have ultimate wisdom? What's his
I
deal,
think he
bro?
does.
Yeah,
This guy's
probably.
a genius.
We got to wait for the reply.
Choose center right.
Okay. That's what Duffy said too. I don't want to.
Dude, this guy predicts the future, bro. This guy's
Oh,
Let's
there
go!
you go, Duffy.
This guy's hit me.
All right, Chad, you're up.
Dude.
This is the last of this level. Too.
Yeah. I'm feeling good, boys.
my
Feel
gosh.
confident.
It
All right.
says Duffy is bro.fun dev.
Yeah. All right, boys.
Shoot front either one.
All right.
As Duffy said.
Yo!
Oh, Duffy, let's go. I mean, the other one was the death cup.
Yeah. but- hey,
Hey, man. Hey, man.
50% chance.
Chad plus Duffy is where it's at. All right, so
It's that connection, brother.
so
Duffy is a
do
genius.
we cash out on this or do we keep ripping?
What are we at?
How about we just go until the person who hits the death
Does the
cup
push-ups.
does the push-ups?
I like that.
Because we kind of messed up
Danny,
the
you're big
game
brains, brother.
inadvertently.
You're big
Okay.
brains,
All right,
brother.
all right. So it's me now.
Yeah.
All right, Duffy.
Yeah.
What's my move? Chat. What's the move?
Where you at, Duffy? I can't do anymore, Duffy said.
Duffy's retired.
Duffy
after
is
the
cashing
front,
out.
After the front call.
Bro, he's
Duffy is cashing
I
out.
Duffy's
respect
cashing.
it.
That means Danny. This is not looking good, bro. Duffy's cashing
Oh
out.
my gosh.
You gotta
Yeah.
run it though.
Amazing A Rich says shoot middle left.
honestly,
Okay,
Duffy
all right.
knows something we don't, boys.
I like this call from Amazing A Rich.
Cash out.
Dude, Duffy knew to
Duffy
cash
knew.
out.
Duffy
bro.
goes, dude, cash out. That's
Dude,
the top.
I know.
Oh my gosh! The
Bro.
one time I listened to the Amazing A Rich wrong
That-
time.
that's a
Monday
main
morning
account block.
super fan.
Main
Oh
account
my
blog. That's a
goodness.
pipe
Bro.
blog.
All right, so what? I gotta hit my push-ups now, huh?
Yo, you hitting them on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have to, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. All right,
Get up there, brother.
all right. Let's see.
So is this like, am I getting this right? That it's just like, you just go to this website and just
Play
click cups,
beer pong.
and you
Dude,
click
you
cups, and
literally
it's
just get on this website and start making
There, watch your,
making it rain
and
on
that's
beer
just
pong.
it.
Watch your.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good, brother.
All right,
You're
this
good.
is Danny's first.
Yo, let's
time.
count. Let's count them out. Let's count them out, boys. We got 10 here. Let's let it rip. Ready?
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10.
Woo! That's
Shout
textbook
out,
form.
Shout out Duffy.
Shout out Duffy.
Duffy needs like a VIP role in the Discord or
go,
something.
baby. Good shit, brother.
He called it all the way to, and then told us to cash out.
Dude, he was right.
That was
I mean,
crazy.
that's why you listen to the bros.
You gotta
right?
listen to Duffy.
You listen to the bros.
Find
Duffy's a
Duffy
bro.
in the trenches.
Is Bro.Fun on testnet that people could play right now?
Yeah, so we're still on demo right now, so it'll be live Monday, 9 a.m.
Live
Alright?
Monday with the main net.
with the main net.
Full
with the main
force,
net.
9
Yeah.
a.m. Well, I know where I'm
Yeah.
gonna be come main net launch.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
love
I don't think
how
I'm leaving.
simple-
I don't think I'm leaving my room for the next like 2 weeks after this launches, boys. I'm gonna
I-
be in the trenches.
Let's go, Chad.
I love how simple the game. It's just like you just log on, put your bet, and then just play the game.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like, dude, what else do you want?
I can see
That's so funny.
I can see a lot of people playing this next week and beyond, but
Yeah, it's just like find the simplest possible thing.
yeah.
I just do this and stream it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it, stream it, start making money, boys.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Beautiful. Well, Chad, we're coming up on time here. I don't know
Okay.
if there's anything else that you want to shout out, that you want to cover before we wrap up. That was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, brother. I don't know. You boys have any questions for me? Any broed out fun trivia you'd like to know?
I mean, I would imagine there's a couple different chains that this could have been
Yeah.
deployed on, obviously going full force on Monad. So curious, why
Yeah.
that was the choice.
Why Monad?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, brother.
You
Yeah.
you can swivel that.
Yeah, man. I think most chains, I mean, they're only processing one transaction at a time, right? I mean, that's like you're standing in line at Chipotle for hours waiting for your order. Monad said, nah, F that, bro. Parallel execution. So I think that's probably one of the biggest things. And then that's why you're getting 1 second finality. I mean, it's
very
right?
smooth.
That's max throughput.
Yeah.
I've done my homework, boys. Come on.
Yeah, it is.
Listen.
It
So as
shows.
soon as that cup
did my own.
Come on, I've done my
Come on,
homework.
come
As
on,
soon as
prof.
that, like literally before it even splashes, that win is going to be logged, right? So, bro, I mean, don't even get me started on the low gas fees, right? I mean, those rates are so low, it's basically a BYOB, boys. I mean, come on, baby. You can play Bro.Fun all night. You can ape meme coins. You can mint NFTs and still spend less money than you would at, the bar tab at a 50-cent night at Wicked Willie's, boys. I mean, what is better than that?
Wicked Willies.
Bro, Monad's the Sigma blockchain. That's why we're on here, boys. Come on. There's no better platform. That's why we're here. I mean, what a day. What a beautiful day. Come on.
Sun is shining. The cups are full. The balls are flying. Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Monad
sir.
Mainnet goes live. Bro.Fun goes
Yeah.
live. Lot to
Yeah,
look
for-
forward to.
Bros,
For anyone, yeah, sorry. You're
Bros.
feeling it. You go.
before we go, I got a gift for y'all.
Oh, nice.
I got a gift for y'all.
Let's go.
Come on, let
You
me.
shouldn't have.
Come on,
Oh,
come on.
you shouldn't
I wouldn't
have.
leave here. I wouldn't leave you guys empty-handed. Come on.
What do we got? What do we got?
See. Here's this.
Oh, you got the box.
Got the box.
What's in the
The
box?
mystery box. We love
Here
mystery
you go,
boxes.
brother. You guys can fight over.
Oh.
Who gets what?
Whoa. A little live
Oh,
unboxing. This is
Oh,
wow. Quite the swag pack.
Dude. Hell yeah.
Oh,
This is the first time we've ever gotten a gift on stream.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Come
Actually,
on,
no,
bros.
we got a shout out T Plus. They gave us cigarettes on stream.
We've gotten,
But we
got
get some
gifts.
creative gifts, but this is pretty awesome.
So, guys, you guys are officially in the Bro.Fun fraternity. So, welcome. That's all I got, boys.
Pleasure
That's
to
all I
be
got.
here. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you,
on.
Danny.
That was a ton
Appreciate
of
it.
fun.
Hell yeah.
Where can people find Bro.Fun, and where can they find you specifically? Can they follow you?
Yeah, bro. I mean, check us out on X. Literally, bro_DOT_fun. Bro.Fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Bingo.
I run the account. Intern here. I'll reply to you guys. Drop some chats in, and we'll chat via X, baby. Hell
Awesome.
yeah.
Love it.
Monday morning, 9 a.m. next week, boys. Stay tuned. Bro.Fun is going live.
Fantastic. Chad, thanks for joining us.
Gmod, bros. Gmod.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir. Gmod. Gmod.
If you're tuning in remotely, stick with us. We have Uniswap coming on in just a moment. Jessup, want to hit like a 30-second intermission while we reset here? And we are back. This is Monad in the Morning, the final Monad in the Morning before Monad Mainnet goes live. And speaking of going live, we are about to be joined by Drew from Uniswap. Uniswap will be live on day one of Monad Mainnet to support all your trading needs. Very, very excited about this one. Jessup, how we doing? Is Drew with us?
Drew. Welcome, sir.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be with you guys. Straight from Buenos Aires down here.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
How's DevCon going?
It's been going well. It's been an amazing conference. A lot of people actually made the trip. I think a lot of people have been pretty tired making 11, 12, 13 trips this year. But it was a very good showing and just a lot of energy, even in the midst of the markets not looking so hot. But yeah, also just an amazing city, just a more European Mexico City, and weather's been fantastic, and people have been in high spirits.
So it would be crazy to have you on the stream this week and not ask about the fee switch. This has been enormous news, kind of all across the crypto industry, right? This made news bigger than crypto, right? This is like, hey, this brand new thing is going to exist with crypto moving forward. And Uniswap, in classic Uniswap fashion, is saying, hey, we're going to be the first people to pioneer this. We're going to do it. And it's really cool, right? This is like a kind of a major milestone. But Drew, nobody better to hear from than yourself on what has this been like being at Uniswap while this happens? What are some of the ramifications or impacts? Or maybe start by just like what happened, and then we can talk about some of the other things.
Yeah, I think it's quite monumental, and obviously subject to the government's proposal going through. But yeah, really something that was not possible in the past regulatory environment. I'm sure everybody's seen what Uniswap Labs as a company has gone through in the previous environment. Having received a Wells notice, post the Trump administration being in office, things have certainly changed there. So finally made this somewhat possible. I think two things are pretty monumental about this. One, being able to potentially turn on the fee switch, and starting to the token to eventually accrue value. But I think more than anything, really just being able to align the ecosystem. I think a lot of people that have worked in the Uniswap ecosystem, pretty confused with the entities, with labs and the foundation and the DAO, and who to go to for potentially building in the ecosystem. So finally aligning, labs and foundation under one roof, and having, just one goal, and that's, really building market share and, growing volumes on the protocol, building new custom market structures, and, eventually getting, most of the assets in the world to actually trade on chain. I think the mission, and the clarity, I think will just really help the ecosystem and, everybody that's been involved. So monumental on a number of different respects.
Hell yeah, dude. This is like, this has been the speculation around Uniswap for 5 years now. So very, very cool to watch this actually happen and watch it unfold. The commentary has been awesome. I'm sure you guys are feeling the support around the globe. But yeah, just wanted to kick off with that. Danny, I don't know if there's anything else we want to hit on that side.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing Drew's perspective. Like, obviously, very involved as, kind of leading the BD efforts there. Very much so involved in the decision-making process as to like what new chains are going to be important for Uniswap to deploy on. Uniswap has been an awesome supporter of the Monad network from very early in the testnet phase even. And obviously there's like an opportunity cost to resource allocation. So curious, like broadly, how you think about integrating new chains, and if there's anything specific that stood out to the team with regard to Monad specifically that played into that that decision.
No, I think this has been a long time coming, and it's just off the bat, like it's been really fun to watch you guys build this over the past 3 years. And hats off to the team in terms of what you've been able to achieve technically, and then also just on the media and marketing side and building a community. Like it's really tough to do that for 3 years when everybody's asking you about when the product's going to ship. So hats off to the team. But no, effectively, we have every EVM chain has been asking. Labs and other parties to launch the protocol, and people obviously want the distribution from Uniswap Labs consumer apps that have a lot of active users, and unfortunately we just like every company, right, we have engineering capacity constraints, which we're not able to ship every single chain and support with the front end and distribution. So really what it comes down to is we take feedback from the community in terms of what people are excited about. I think specifically with Monad, the execution environment, low block times, parallel execution environment, and just the community and the amount of projects that you guys have been able to, bring to the chain for mainnet. I think there's just been a ton of interest from users. So when we're looking to, potentially make those decisions, it's really talking to the community, talking to the teams, and, seeing if it's, a place where the Uniswap protocol is going to thrive. And all that comes down to is, are there going to be a lot of interesting assets issued on the chain? Is there going to be a lot of other activity? Are there going to be a lot of projects that are going to be, launching tokens and needing liquidity, on-chain liquidity to come there? And that really is what it comes down to.
Yeah, and also like from a broader perspective, obviously Uniswap, under that like top level umbrella has a lot of different products and offerings, and kind of seems not to put words in your mouth, but it kind of seems like the end goal might be to cater end to end to the entire trading experience, the entire on-chain financial experience. But from a forward-looking perspective, can you speak to some of the kind of like mid to long-term goals for Uniswap and how you hope to continue growing?
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier with the unification proposal, the goal for the joint organization is to continue to grow volumes, asset issuance, and market share, virtually everywhere that we've launched. So a lot of that has to do with the existing market structures. Can we improve those market structures with new V4 pools, with hooks and customizability, and then also I was on a panel yesterday with CalSwap and 1inch and 0x. And everybody was asking about, fragmentation and liquidity amongst different chains. And, I kind of gave the answer like, hey, we're probably not going to have, hundreds or thousands of chains. We're going to have, certain hubs of liquidity. And like, that's my view right now. But I just don't think we've seen the full asset issuance spectrum and, all the different real world assets. Like, can we bring equities, commodities, credit, different derivatives on chain, and, what that end state looks like. And now that we have the tools to do that with Uniswap v4, creating permission settings for security tokens, and the ability to just, develop custom market structures for things like FX. And then also just working at like a deeper, technical, function with internalizing MEV and, just making sure that everybody can kind of build what's custom for them. I think that's really what we've been focusing on. And so, yeah, the goal is to bring, virtually every asset on chain. Like, can every asset today, make sense in what's currently available in the market? Probably not. But we're definitely going to do our best to continue to iterate and help people build, for the future of those asset issuances.
So you're saying bringing securities on chain. You're talking about different derivatives. Like, it seems like there are a number of different, like Uniswap. This is how it sits in my head, so I'm just going to explain. You can tell me if this is like accurate.
Go for it.
Like, Uniswap is growing, and with new clarity in crypto market structures, now it can grow faster. And so as it grows, and I'm picturing like a sphere. If anyone's just listening and not watching, I'm doing it with my hands. So like as Uniswap's growing, the surface area is actually increasing for the amount of things that you guys can do. And that surface area to me is almost like a platform that anybody who has assets that they want to be tradable on chain can plug into, and Uniswap like can basically fill the needs of the things that they're looking to do. So in one sense, there's kind of like, hey, for all of your needs, if you are an issuer, you can come to Uniswap and we can help. This is a good platform to set them up. If you're a user, you know that all the issuers came here and everything, everything will function as you see fit. So there's kind of like this Uniswap as a platform, but then you, Drew, as like a human with agency, like you're working on getting things to happen. Like head of BD, like what are some of those things that you're looking to add, right? Are you talking to issuers to get them to like consider how Uniswap platform might be right for them? But like, yeah, does my question make sense?
No, question makes sense. I think you framed it really well. But yeah, in my seat, I've been talking to a lot of traditional asset managers and asset issuers that, want to bring their assets on chain. I think a couple things, are particularly interesting, like especially on the distribution side. I don't think a lot of the asset issuers think that there's, a lot of green space in like emerging markets and different, developed markets that could be potentially interesting. And I think a lot of people are, excited about the composability of DeFi. Like, especially when I joined the space in 2020 and was working at Galaxy Digital, I always wanted to see like, hey, like why can't I lend out, my NVIDIA stock? Like, why does my broker, get to lend out and earn 3% on securities lending? Why can't I take my NVIDIA stock and go borrow with US dollars against it at 40% LTV? Why can't we just build this like DeFi prime broker? And I think the goal eventually is to tokenize all assets, bring them on chain, And I think now, with, especially like in the US, if you want to distribute to US users, obviously you need some sort of KYC AML gating. So being able to do that, through permissioned Uniswap v4 pools, or, potentially like an RFQ system, those are some of the things that we've been working at labs. So it's both, guiding people on, how exactly the market structures work and, working with, different liquidity providers on that front, but then also trying to figure out the distribution in this new regulatory environment, because there's, kind of two sides of the equation there.
It's pretty interesting, like kind of stating the obvious here, but it's pretty interesting how quickly crypto moves, right? Like,
yeah,
3 years ago, almost to the day, was a very, very dark hour in crypto. And there was a tremendous amount of skepticism, a tremendous amount of depression, and understandably so. But, over the course of a mere 3 years, we've done seemingly a full 180 as an industry. And now you have some of the most high profile financial personas in the traditional world now talking about crypto, talking about bringing real world assets on chain, tokenize everything. Did that shift surprise you, or was it something that you and the team kind of like anticipated? And obviously, it's pretty close to the Uniswap story as well.
Yeah, it didn't really surprise me. I think you've seen a lot of the biggest, TradFi companies in the world, already interested in issuing tokens or issuing tokenized securities. You have the BlackRocks, you have the Franklin Templetons, you have the Wisdom Trees of the world who've already been active in the space. But I really think it's picked up, on the back of the administration change, in terms of like what's possible in the future, in terms of like creating secondary liquidity markets and then, merging those into more composable DeFi primitives. Something that I don't think was, really that possible in the last regulatory environment, or at least people just didn't want to give it a try at that point. So I think we've made a lot of progress in the last 8 or 9 months. I think those first couple of companies have really kind of pushed the space forward, have grown their AUMs, and have found the distribution. And now we're just talking to more asset issuers that want to follow in those footsteps, and want to continue building those primitives and making sure that the DeFi ecosystem can service those assets.
One question I have is why would it be good for BlackRock or Franklin Templeton to issue assets on a blockchain? Like when you're talking to them, kind of what's the value prop? They're like, hey, this is clearly better for your business. But usually it either cuts costs or it increases. What is that pitch?
Yeah, I think they've definitely done the diligence there, and I think a lot of it really centers around distribution for the assets. They think potentially in the traditional finance markets, like they've been probably a bit constrained, and they see this big opening in terms of getting into different regions and into some other markets. I think that's really been the biggest push, and then also, like I mentioned, just the composability of once everything's on chain, being able to offer those users different financial opportunities that really are only available to kind of high net worth clients. So making that more available to a larger audience, I think, are the two biggest things.
Yeah, honestly, so one thought that I've been playing around with in my head for a little while now. I remember FTX was saying that they're going to be the everything exchange, and then I think like Coinbase now, their kind of tagline is the everything exchange. A lot of people have grabbed the everything exchange and said like, we're going to be the everything exchange. And what has become clear to me is that like permissionless access to assets on the blockchain, like that is actually kind of the everything exchange. And then there are a bunch of other people that plug in and like grab a slice of that. And so say like I live in the US and I want to buy stocks. Like Robinhood is a pretty good place to do that. If they service every asset, then that might be the everything exchange to me. But there's a lot of people that can't sign up for whatever reason. Maybe they're not in the right jurisdictions. Like there's permissionless access, but if you get in, then they might have all the assets you would want. The actual blockchain itself, like going on chain, is the only place where every single person can have access to every single asset. But now it's like, so like Robinhood and Coinbase are going from offer every single asset to a subset of users. The blockchain is going, we have, every single person can access this, but we don't have every asset. And so if you actually do bring those equities on chain, then like on chain is the final hub for every person to have access to every asset. And it seems like everyone is sprinting at that. Centralized exchanges are coming from one angle, but crypto is pushing from the other.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And I think, when you talk about this centralized exchange environment, like there's a reason all those exchanges have, launched their own blockchains and are developing their own ecosystems because, once they can take care of asset issuance, at a decentralized level on those chains, they can also offer the distribution like within their platforms. So they can win from multiple different angles. Being able to monetize the block space in some cases, and then also just having a bit of customizability around it, and then ultimately shipping the distribution.
Is Uniswap the everything exchange?
We definitely like to think so. That's what that's what we're working towards. But yeah, listen, we're just that was the whole point of V4 and the customizability and design space. Is that pretty much anybody can build everything, can build anything. We've seen a lot of interesting ideas come out of the Atrium Academy. A lot of hook builders that have built successful V4 pools, and we just continue to see a lot of people ideate for the future. And so we're pretty bullish in that respect.
Got you. Yeah, the thing I was almost kind of like teeing up was like the way that you exchange things on crypto, the everything exchange is like Uniswap, right? So you guys are the poster child for this movement, like the other side of the coin with the same goals. And I'm excited. I don't know how it will play out. I think when you have very large singular regulatory entities like centralized exchanges, it's difficult to give every person access to every asset. Like there's just a lot of rules in place that prevent this. And there's a lot of good reasons for those rules to be in place. But it's just a lot slower. There's a lot of red tape. So if you start from the point of, okay, every single person has access, and then you need to onboard people to issue the assets, well, it's a pretty easy sales pitch to say anyone has access to swapping into, into your asset or out of it or whatever. So we'll see. But that does seem like the path of least resistance is go where everyone can already access, and and then just bring the assets there instead. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think that's right. And then I think also on like the tokenized equities front, like it's been interesting to see people take swings at the less like regulated stock offerings that are mostly just offered to non-US persons. And so I think people are continuing to iterate on the best structure for that. But I think you'll see progress on both fronts, both on the regulated side and the non-US side in 2026.
So equities on chain for the last year, I've been obsessed with this. I've been trying to find any teams that will build this and are really strong on Monad. And there are a few, so check them out. Link in the show notes. This is huge to me, right? Just the asset class is so much larger. What do you see on this side? There's we got the Solana, I forget the name of the project that did it, but it was X stocks, right? Where
X
it's
stocks, yeah.
Right. So it's for anyone who is unfamiliar with this, it's kind of the same thing as WBTC. It's not the native stock issued. It's just an IOU representation on chain that should trade one-to-one. People have talked about native issuance. We haven't really seen that been done in a big way, but what do equities on chain look like in your opinion in an optimistic future, 1 to 2 years from now?
Yeah, it's really tough to say. I mean, it really depends if you're going down, the regulated route or the less regulated route. I think what Superstate's doing with the canonical issuance and getting companies like Galaxy and others to come on chain, where the token that you hold actually has the canonical governance and voting rights. Haven't seen secondary liquidity markets for those type of assets bootstrap quite at this time, but I think it'll be really interesting also, potentially on the ZK side. Assuming that a lot of these assets need, KYC AML to function in terms of, building that composability in secondary liquidity markets. Maybe there's an easier way to KYC AML people where you don't have to, really give away, all your information, and people can feel, relatively safe and like interacting in a network like that. But then you also see like interesting swings, like, Ondo Global Markets, I think, is taking at tokenized stocks with, representations that they have like an RFQ system in the background, and a number of liquidity providers who, can access, secondary liquidity through their global markets platform. Interested to see that launch and kind of bootstrap. But yeah, I mean, it's clear like the X stocks of the world, they haven't taken off quite yet, and they've really only seen interest from, very underdeveloped markets. And a lot of the liquidity actually, sits on centralized exchanges and not actually, on AMMs, which I think is actually quite interesting as well. But yeah, I think we'll see a lot of, new interesting primitives in 2026, but very interested in what, Superstate is doing on the equities front.
Beautiful. Well, I know we only have a couple minutes left here. I think we can take one question from the community that I saw come through in the chat and basically round out this segment full circle. Going back to DevCon, Dubai, longtime Monad in the Morning superfan, asks, what is the feeling of the crypto community at DevCon? Specifically regarding the upcoming launch of Monad Mainnet, the deployment of Uniswap, anything along those lines?
Yeah, I think people have been excited. Like I mentioned, it's like it's an interesting environment to be down here with the markets. The steam coming out of markets a little bit. So it seems like a little bit of a, and it's definitely bifurcated, right? Because you have, the AI theme kind of holding up the traditional markets, but Bitcoin's obviously taking a little bit of a spill here. But I think people are very, very optimistic. I think people are excited for the airdrop. People are excited to, take their tokens and start, providing liquidity on Uniswap using our apps, and starting to just discover, all of the cool, new projects that have, that'll be there on day one. On the perps front, AI agents, there's a lot of cool projects that, will be there on day one. I think a lot of people are, very excited to be there. And yeah, like I mentioned, it's been a long time coming, and I think people are just ready for it to finally be here.
Myself included.
I was gonna say the same
I've been
thing.
waiting so long. Thank God. This is gonna be sick.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Drew, really appreciate the time today. I'm sure your schedule is absolutely wall to wall today at DevCon. So appreciate you carving out some time. This was awesome, and we'll have to run it back soon. Once Mainnet is live, we'll have certainly a lot to unpack then as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on, guys. This was a blast.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Drew.
And good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. Appreciate it. If you are
Cheers,
watching,
guys.
if you are tuned in remotely, stick with us. We're going to cut to another very brief intermission, and then we will be back with Touch Market, another awesome app deploying day one of Monad Mainnet. Stick with us. This is Monad in the Morning on Throughput Thursday.
New types of investments and asset classes, capital formation, credit, like all these things can get reinvented, made more efficient in the crypto world. And that's ultimately what we're trying to do. We're trying to create more economic freedom in the world and update the financial system.
I'm just incredibly excited that the Mon token will be the first token ever on Coinbase's new token sale platform.
Why Monad, right? Why is Mon the first token sale on the platform?
There's a lot of attributes that we like to look for. How committed is the team? Is the team interested in building something for the long term? Is the team reputable? Are they devoted to what they're doing? We also look at things like what is going to appeal to the Coinbase user?
Would you say that you have an ambition to become a super app and replace the legacy banks?
Yes, we do want to become a super app and provide all types of financial services. We want to become people's primary financial account. And I think that crypto has a right to do that.
Our belief is that pretty much all transactions will settle on blockchains eventually, and that all money will be digital.
This is an acknowledgement that distributed ledgers and crypto assets are no longer on the fringes, but are increasingly woven into the fabric of the payment and financial system.
Welcome back to Monad in the morning. The EVM endgame, the future of finance, the boldest of blockchains, the biggest of blockchains.
The biggest, the boldest, the bravest.
The breakthrough blockchain, Monad in the morning. Gosh, it feels good to finally say it.
For the 19th time today.
I was really waiting to get that one out. I'm waiting all day. We are 2 hours into confirmed the longest stream, scheduled stream of all time on Monad in the morning.
But okay.
It is true. Don't listen to Jessup. It is true, in fact. And next on the docket, we have Touch Markets, which I'm fired up about. They got a competition going live in, 10 minutes, Danny?
Yeah, 8 minutes now.
8 minutes.
We also, it's very timely because Monday, mainnet goes live and you can, in a sense, touch the market.
You are allowed to touch the market on Monday. And we're going to hear from Touch Markets how that's going to actually happen.
I'm going to bring him on because you guys are filled it.
Bring him on. Bring him on. I've been with. Yeah, I didn't know who was who there. This says Drew from Uniswap.
Welcome. We gotta fix our name tag here. Sorry, because we just had Drew from Uniswap, but I believe we have Czar from Touch Market with us. Is that correct?
That is correct. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are very excited to have you here. I guess a good place to start is just a quick overview on what Touch Market is and what's upcoming for anyone who hasn't discovered you guys yet.
So it's pretty simple, as you mentioned. The end game of EVM is here.
Yes.
And it's time for the end game of speculation. And the end game of speculation has a pretty obvious property, which is, you speculate on the things that you want to speculate on, and you don't speculate on the things you don't want to speculate on. Right now, we have a very, very clear signal from the market that the existing speculation vehicles are very bad because liquidations, obviously. Everybody hates liquidations because it's not something they want to have. People do not want to speculate where the price is not going. They want to speculate where the price is going. And that is exactly Touch Market. You say where the price is going, so what level and what time frame, and there you go. You have a position. If you're right, you're going to get a payout. If you're wrong, you're going to lose your stake. It is as simple as that. You take all the risk that you want to take, which is the risk that enables you to win from accurate predictions, and you do not take any of the risks you do not want to take.
So
I hate taking risks that I don't want to take. I'll tell you that for free. I would love to if we I know we have the ability to. I don't know if this is the right time for it. If we can get a demo shown so people can kind of see what we're talking about. Am I making up that that's part of the programming, or
it is part
Seems
of the
like I might
programming
be.
even when the competition starts. In
Oh,
5
okay.
minutes, but we can get to it very well sooner.
Is there anything that I should do behind the scenes here to get ready? Is it going to be easier for us to kind of show the video demo that you have pinned on the Twitter? Is it going to be easier for us to actively participate and play around if we have the ability to do so? What would you recommend?
I would recommend just taking a look at Touch Market. I can stream right now. So let me give you a demo real quick.
Okay, awesome.
Let me know if you can see it.
Just up in the producer seat is going to pull that up on screen in just a moment, and it looks like we're almost there.
Now it's Fluffle World.
Fluffle World.
Yeah.
we have
That was
these
Touch Market
scenes.
for a moment as well.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I think we can see it.
Yes, and we're gonna
It's
get
not
you back
research
on the
properly.
stream.
Okay. So as you can see, we have a graph of the price, and I can make a prediction where I think the price is going. There's an obvious downtrend here, so I may think the price is is continuing to go there. So I can just click on the graph even, and this way I parameterize the position. A line shows up which starts at the current time, ends where I clicked, and is at the level of the time. And it just means, I think by 14:28 my local time, which is in Buenos Aires, I think this price, $2,807, is going to be touched. And it is as simple as
I get
that.
it. Touch market. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just, and then the price touching this line will mean that I was right. So the only thing that has to happen is the price has to touch the line. And for $10 cost, I can get $16, or turn them into $15 now. So I can just enter the position and monitor how it's doing. I'm also going to put kind of a hedge in here, like a 1 minute, on a 1 minute time frame. This is going to have a much bigger multiplier, so I can turn $10 into 40 if I'm right here. I'm going to put it right there. I'm already in profit on my first position, so I expect to lose the other $10.
But if you expect to lose the other $10, but your payout was 14, are you sure you like that risk?
Indeed.
Who's hedging whom here?
I should probably double down. Yeah, exactly. I should probably double down on the downtrend here. Very good point. There you go. You can have multiple positions at once. You can exit.
Oh, now we're wicking.
Here, I'm in profit already. So, unfortunately, the price went down really quick right there when I exited.
Is there a
But I can,
more candles per second? Is there a way to do that?
Of course. We can have 1 second candles.
Oh, whoa. Okay, yeah.
But this is definitely very degenerate, so I'm gonna use way smaller amounts here.
And so...
very bearish, but you see, it doesn't really work. I guess it sometimes pays off to be bullish.
Yeah. Generally in life, I would say that as kind of like an eternal truth. What is happening on the back end to allow me to just do touch market UI?
That is a very good question, and the easiest answer is it doesn't really matter. But it is very cool to see. Like, we organize a whole market wherever you click on the graph, because there is an infinite number of markets here. Every single price and every single time expiry time is a new market, right? So organizing an infinite number of markets wouldn't be possible in platforms like Polymarket, right? You can already trade, like, is Bitcoin going to hit a certain value within this month? But this is generalized to all the values, all the possible prices, and all the possible time frames. So you effectively we cannot distribute the liquidity across these. And what we have to do is, whenever you click in here, we organize a market and we ask a bunch of market makers who subscribed, hey, what is the best price you can give us for this derivative? And then we show you the best price that you can get. This is currently a 5x.
Got you. So
yeah,
so there are literal market makers quoting this risk on the back end and offering.
Yeah,
it's like DraftKings.
I'm not sure what you're referring to be honest.
Okay, so like if you're doing something on DraftKings, like the odds are updating in real time, and there's thousands of markets that this is happening on. But it's not like some guy in the bleachers who's like, oh, Joe Burrow just threw a 22-yard pass, I'm going to update. It's like they have their models running on the back end. So you can place any bet you want at any time. But there's like physical people who are taking on that risk. And so this is a similar model.
Yeah. We do not sell the order flow. We just organize the market. So there is no certain centralized party which can kind of use the order flow to get a lot of funds or profits.
Gotcha. I feel bad you keep losing real money on the stream. Maybe place one like with a high percent of chance of hitting, so we can see what happens when it does go through the line.
Yes, I do like to be very contrarian, so there is a low chance of winning then. But I can put some bets that are pretty likely to hit.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, bang. Slap. Oh, nice.
Yes, okay. I just started to be good at this. You see,
Now,
sometimes
that's how you do
there
it.
are different times. Yeah. There's good times and bad times.
And so basically just using logic, the shorter the time frame that you select and the farther away, price-wise your prediction is, the more risk you're taking on essentially, and then the more upside for you if that does hit.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you predict that the price is going to go 0.1% up within the next month, this is very likely. There is not much. The market pretty much agrees with you, so there's not much profit you can make from this, and that would be the case also in other markets. You would just take some unrelated risk as to. You wouldn't be really sure like how much does it decrease if it doesn't go there, and then you don't know what your downside is, right? But in here you basically see how contrarian or how how contrarian your bet is basically. How does the market think about what you think, and is it really do you actually have alpha, or is it a pretty obvious thesis that this line is going to be touched? It's like 93% that it is going to be the case, or 90% now. But this line is way better because there is like 50% or less, and I can be even lower to 1 minute time frames, and then we can see 2.5x. I like this one. Already in profit, very nice. So in the meantime, our competition just started.
Yes, tell us about it.
Yeah. So we love organizing competitions in general, and this one's a 30-minute one. It just started 4 minutes ago, and we can see already some people making money. I saw at one moment plus $100 there, but then it seems someone lost it again. I can see some very large losses as well. Yes. So this is a beta. This is not real money at the moment. In the meantime, I touched.
I am going to go win this game because I know I'm betting against people like Port, and I'm confident that I can win.
Are you confident against Port?
I just need to figure out how to join, and then I'll be in there. Yeah, what this app is it lights my brain up, which usually that's kind of what people like in crypto. They're like, what's the thing I can do that makes my brain light up the most? And this app definitely does that. Where are you guys at in terms of building this out? What's the progress? What's on the roadmap? What is the current stage of the app, and what do you have coming down the line?
So currently we're obsessing about the interface. We have a lot of plans and a lot of ideas on how to make it way better. It is already pretty cool to be able to click on the graph and parameterize a position just like that. But then there can be many more functions that could be added, and many more that I think would be interested and valuable to users. So currently that is our focus, and we're also finishing off some backend infrastructure related to just getting these quotes. Yeah.
Where did you get the inspiration to build this? And maybe if you want to share a little on your background and any of the team's background as well, kind of curious for the origin story of this.
So I used to be a security researcher in DeFi on EVM. I love EVM in general. I started with audit contests and bug bounties, then I graduated high school. But after that, I became the head of judging at Sherlock to fix the problems in the judging systems of audit contests. Probably very few people know here, but audit contests are ways to audit the code without actually paying people, 2 or 3 people, to take a look at it and say, yeah, everything's okay. Instead, you're giving a reward pot and publishing the code for everyone to read. And then anyone on Earth can read the code and think of the bugs, think of the vulnerabilities, and report them. And depending on how severe something is, how many people submitted this, and basically whether it is correct, you would get a part of the pot. Now, the problem at the time when I joined in audit contests was that a lot of findings were kind of made up, or didn't give a lot of value. But then, because nobody submitted them but 1 or 2 people, they seemed to be very valuable to the formulas, and so a big part of the pot was delegated to these not valuable findings. So my mission there was to fix it. Later, I played as well with formal verification at Certora before starting to work on the framework for derivatives, and later touch market. So this is my background, and I think the touch market idea was a culmination of 2 things, which is binary payoffs. I got very interested in them, and seeing what is an interesting thesis to put there. And then I realized, well, this is the optimal instrument to use for speculation, because you know whether you're right or wrong here, right? And in all cases where you're right, you win, and you know exactly how much you're going to win. It's not like leverage where you can be right. The price did go where you thought, but you lost everything anyway, because in the meantime, the price went somewhere else, right? And in all cases where you're wrong, you lose. And this is also very good because it enables you to maximize the upside if you're right.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. And you have a pretty interesting background. Definitely obvious that you're a veteran in the EVM space. We are also big fans of the EVM here. So curious, obviously Monad 100% EVM compatible. There's strong fit there. But what was it about Monad specifically? Because from my understanding, Touch Market is native to Monad. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is Monad first. Exactly.
Yeah. So what played into the decision to build this specifically for Monad?
I think the decision was pretty simple. First of all, community, obviously. Second of all, the throughput. We will not build a killer app without having the block space to have all transactions submitted to, right? And then obviously sequential execution is not enough, and Monad is optimizing for parallel execution. So it is the place to be if you want to build an ultra high throughput app that is designed for success.
Yeah. That's couldn't agree more. But I think you also, obviously, like we're saying, have this kind of unique perspective. So feel free to offer anything additional here. But from an architecture standpoint, I think it's been a slow kind of learning curve that Monad is 100% built from scratch, right? Like it's not using Geth or Reth or other implementations. And that's part of the reason why, there was this lengthy development cycle to rebuild the entire EVM from scratch, to introduce all these optimizations that kind of circumvent some of the classic bottlenecks in EVM systems. To what degree, and I would imagine it's pretty decent, but to what degree have you kind of looked at the Monad architecture, and what thoughts do you have there in terms of the potential of this new system?
So I think I have not looked at the code. I am more of an EVM guy, and so I take a look at the EVM code. I can read bytecode and YOLO or whatever assembly you give me, but I do not go lower level than that. In that sense, I am pretty weak.
You're still stronger than I am, for sure.
The only thing that I can share right now is like the MonadDB. I've heard about it, and it does optimize for this sequential execution that is needed in order to increase the gas limit of the block for the pessimistic case, right? So so that was a very good improvement, and I heard about some data which is very impressive as to how fast it can be.
That's the goal for sure. Fast, cheap, and as scalable as possible. I mean, we're also in real time here kind of seeing new ways to trade assets. There's a ton of excitement from the broad crypto community about more traditional assets coming on chain, new ways to trade. Obviously, Touch Market is a brand new way to trade. I'm curious how you're thinking about user acquisition and ultimately the growth of the user base.
Mm-hmm. So the primary blocker for us right now is the ability to properly show that hey, this is what you actually want. You do not want to speculate when the price is not going. But people seem so acquainted with the way they currently trade, they can't even think of it as a possibility that there could be something else. And expressing the differences in the model and how is it even? It's a question we very often get. How is it even possible there are no liquidations? And the answer is very simple. We have not implemented them. We do not care where the price goes the other way. We only care if the price goes where you predicted, right? But this seems to be very deeply rooted in one's thinking about predicting, even though underneath they actually think.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got you back.
We're back.
We you cut out for a second there, Sar. But I think we're good now if you can see us and hear us.
Sorry. Yeah, it started raining in Buenos Aires today. So it seems the internet in the place I'm staying at is not
it's not rain resistant.
Not waterproof. Are you there for DevCon, or are you based there full time?
I'm here for DevConnect, exactly.
Oh, nice. And how's that been? I mean, we're kind of FOMOing here. We didn't have the opportunity to make the trip this time, but good number of team members from the foundation down there. I'm sure you've connected with a couple of them, and we're seeing the pictures and videos coming out of the events and the conference more broadly. We got community members down there, so curious for your thoughts. Feel free to just pile on to our FOMO.
Yeah, you should definitely fear FOMO. If you feel FOMO, you're not feeling FOMO'd enough.
Thanks.
Sorry to say. The density of talent and very interesting people is insane in here. especially if you know where to go or if you choose the right topics to pursue. Yeah. So being here is just amazing, and I'm just waking up and running towards the venue to meet more people, and then coming back very late just to get to sleep. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's that classic conference lifestyle. It's a lot of fun, but it does get busy for sure. You certainly did add to my FOMO, and I promise intern over here is not tuned out. He's got green lines all over his screen right now. He is on Touch Market as we speak.
This is the fastest I've ever drained an account, which is incredibly bullish for the app. But I don't know if I should be playing this.
So there is a very common misconception about Touch Market, which is that it is extremely risky or degenerate. If you think the
That's
price
a misconception?
is going up, yes, it is.
Okay.
Well, let me explain real quick. So if you think the price is going up 0.1%, let's say price of ETH, let's say is at $3,000. You have $3,000 in your account. And the odds of it going up by 0.1% within 3 minutes are like 50-50, let's say. So you can plus 100% your money. 2x. You can either, A, buy 1 ETH and hold it, and then put a take profit at $3,003. And this will give you 0.1% return, $3, which is nice. But you do not really know the downside. It may go, there may be a resistance level there. It may go down to 2,900. You don't know. You can lose a lot of money, right? Theoretically, even $3,000. But ETH is probably not doing so badly. But you do not know. On margin, you can risk just maybe $300 on 10x, right? And then you're risking only 300, not 3,000. But then if the price gets confused for a moment, you lose everything again. On Touch Market, if it's 50-50, for the exact same amount of good risk, which is profit, you put $3 in, and your $2,997 are sitting comfortably in your account. And you have a guarantee you're not going to lose them. You don't even have to deposit them to the account.
It just is idiot-proof options.
Yeah, they are very simple. And using
I'm looking at these lines. They're incredibly simple. They're too simple. I just keep drawing them, and I forget that I'm spending money on each line.
Well, obviously, trading competition is going live. This is super awesome. Glad we got a live demo. Mainnet is going live on Monday morning. Will Touch Market be out of the gates on day one of Monad Mainnet? When are you planning to go fully live on Monad Mainnet?
Unfortunately not. We still have the RFQ infra to get done and to test it properly. So unfortunately, we won't be there on day one. We would likely be, Sorry.
Well, that is no. I interrupted you. I'm sorry, but that is a-okay. It's going to be a long road ahead, and definitely want to allow time for the proper testing to deliver the full experience. We certainly will be staying tuned and looking out for that deployment announcement. So do keep us posted. If anyone wants to join the Touch Market community, get a little bit closer to the team, where can they find you?
Twitter, touch_market. And you definitely want to follow the account to get to know who wins the competition in 10 minutes. And under there, you will also find a Discord link, which is very useful to get to know both the team and take part in some community events as well.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Czar, for joining us today. This has been a ton of fun, And we'll have to bring you back on once the app is live on Monad mainnet. Until then, follow @touch_market and stay tuned. The trading competition is live, but not for long.
Not for long. Thank you, Czar.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. If you are tuned in, stick with us. We have Karma coming on. Karma leads NFTs at the Monad Foundation, and we're going to bring her on IRL. No intermission. We're going straight to it. No.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
We need a quick intermission.
Joseph needs an intermission. Joseph's intermission starts now. Stick with us.
The end game of the EVM, the future of finance, the biggest, boldest breakthrough blockchain. You're watching Monad in the morning. Had to get that one out. We have Karma.
We do have Karma. We also have Snacks. We're coming back from our umpteenth intermission today.
This is a long stream.
Long stream, so we had to get a quick power bar in. But speaking of power bars, power programs, we're talking about Monad Momentum today. Karma, first and foremost, how are you doing?
I am better. It's it's the sickness season, so I'm like in and out. But mainnet arc continues in sickness and in health.
Yes,
mainnet.
Sickness and in health, married to the game.
You pulled
oh, of course.
Slightly.
Every single time.
more
How about
ASMR.
this?
Bingo. All right, so Mainnet Monday. Monad Momentum kicks off with mainnet.
That is good alliteration.
Mainnet Monday Momentum.
Monad Momentum
begins very soon. What is Monad Momentum for anyone who may still be unaware of this exciting program?
Yeah, so the shortest way to describe it would be it's an incentives matching program focused very intently on user acquisition. So maybe even to zoom out, like historically, when you think about incentive programs in crypto and Web3 broader, because majority of activity is so focused on DeFi, I mean, rightfully so, it's a fantastic product market fit. Majority of incentive programs in the past have focused majorly on volume and usage. So metrics which admittedly are incredibly important, but tell you much less about the net new users coming in and individual people contributing to the activity on chain. So the goal behind Monad Momentum is to flip it a little bit and really concentrate on the unique individual user, as opposed to just like volume or amount of capital that they can contribute to each protocol. So it also means that this program is very, very fitted to consumer apps, games, some of these other verticals which may have been a little bit overlooked by incentive programs in the past. And maybe even to think about why we want to do this in the first place, it's genuinely to think a little bit more long term and try to shift the thinking, both for ourselves and for teams in the ecosystem, into sustainability. Because the big problem about incentives is that they are very, very often this amazing thing that happens in a blaze of glory, but they do lead to pretty sad outcomes long term. So yeah, here's where we are with Momentum.
Well, it's exciting indeed, and I know we also either earlier this week or pretty recently had the announcement specifically of the teams that will be included in Wave 1 of the Monad Momentum program. Joseph, I just sent you the graphic. I don't know how easy that is to pop up on the stream impromptu, but would love to kind of run through a couple things here. Wave 1 is not the be-all, end-all of Monad Momentum. So
it's just the first.
It is just the first.
Just the start, baby.
Presumably many waves.
There would be no reason to number the wave if it weren't for the need to do so. Implying
Precisely.
A second wave.
Who knows? Maybe we just want to bamboozle everybody.
Right.
Well, we've got the teams on the stream here. So everyone tuned in can view everyone who has applied, been accepted, and included into Wave 1 of Monad Momentum. I almost said Monad in the morning. It is that is very much
fun
so.
guys on there.
Bro Fun is in Monad Momentum, as is Telemafia, Explore Omnia, Lumiterra, Loot Go, Fluffle, Rarebet Sports, Kizzy, Kinetic, Kuru, Lever. It's getting smaller on the screen. Symphony, Nad.Fun, Seer Trade, Monday Trade, and the Drake Exchange. That is a powerhouse lineup of apps. Even just to see these teams going live on mainnet is absolutely electric. What are we looking at here? We've got the Wave 1 teams. Any thoughts, anticipations, reflections?
I'm ready. But first things first, for the future streams, my wish is to present these as a weather woman. We are going to plot them onto some kind of a rolling screen, and I'm just going to be giving updates.
Beautiful.
Like on Wednesday, the stream of incentives is flying here. But anyhow, jokes aside, Wave 1, yes. Imagine Monad Momentum as a very iterative program, almost like a little bit of an experiment, in the sense of we are discovering what works the best in terms of user acquisition alongside those teams. So the way Monad Momentum works is we are going to periodically open the applications. Here's where the waves come from. And the teams apply to the program with their own ideas for user onboarding. So, in the case of maybe Drake or another protocol, this might be a pretty sophisticated referral program. In the case of a different, maybe AI agent-based protocol, something like Symphony, that might be a little bit more around onboarding builders or users who subscribe to the different AI agents. So every single team, because they have such different products, has a different idea about how to onboard these users. And we don't really want to just prescribe to them one unified way of, users collecting points or something like that, because this would just constrain everybody. So the idea is they design their own campaigns, we review them together, work together a little bit to maybe improve them in different ways, and then they start for a pilot of 1 month. And over that 1 month, again, together we are monitor, check in on the performance, and figure out ways to tweak it, make them maybe a little bit more efficient over time as we notice the data. And the very goal is that for the teams that, have done a very good job and can verifiably onboard users at, sustainable prices, we would then extend it for next waves or even increase potentially these joint incentives. And that's a very important part. In order to ensure that everybody has skin in the game, Monad Foundation, we are just amplifying the incentives that teams are putting up themselves. So it's very much about matching and amplifying their programs instead of us doing that ourselves.
Yeah, totally makes sense. I want to bring up a question from Mirth Mono. Shout out Mirth Mono, legendary Monad superfan. Mirth is here every single Throughput Thursday. And a couple, it's kind of a multi-part question here, but I do think it's worth double clicking on. So Mirth Mono asks, will the Monad momentum play out for the short term or for the long term? Will it be extended for the most successful projects in the program and last possibly a longer duration of time? Or will it really be on a case-by-case basis? So essentially, once the program goes live, how might it be continued for a team that does find great success in user acquisition?
Yeah, so maybe first talking about what does it mean to find great user acquisition, because something that we really need to acknowledge is that it is trivial in presence of incentives. It is very easy to acquire users. It is very easy to acquire usage. It is a no-brainer that in presence of incentives, increased activity follows. The entire goal here is to find these increased activity alongside metrics that are actually valuable to the protocol long term and contribute to the protocol and the chain long term. So I know this might sound a little bit abstract, but just imagine how easy it would be to gain additional users if, let's say as a DEX, etc., you offered very aggressive rebates. Suddenly it's almost free or even positive for you to trade on in that particular place. That's when usage explodes. But it's not sustainable long term. You will eventually in a month or two have to lower those incentives. And usually that's when whatever you've acquired just diminishes pretty quickly. There isn't really any stickiness to it. So I know I'm going on a tangent here, but so when we evaluate, what does it mean to be successful in user acquisition, it's not about the sheer numbers. It's about how these numbers relate to the protocol revenue. How do these numbers relate to the protocol growth in other metrics, which are a bit more sustainable than just daily active users? It's very much interconnected and all aims to be sustainable long term. So yeah, it's easy to acquire usage in presence of incentives. It's much more difficult to translate that into long-term sustainable growth, which is what we want to do.
Yeah, you're reminding me of a similar take from, I'm trying to remember now which live stream appearance this was, because Keone has been on a lot of live streams over the past week.
Yes.
I want to say this was the TBPN segment where he said, basically, user acquisition in crypto is this double-edged sword, because the inherent financial incentives that crypto offers.
Club.
Oh, this was Seed Club?
Seed Club.
Shout out Seed Club, 11 a.m. They're live right now, but stay here. No, in all seriousness, much love to the Seed Club guys. Great stream, and I'm gonna now paraphrase what Keone said on his recent appearance there. User acquisition in crypto is this double-edged sword. You have inherent financial incentives. That means it is very easy to bootstrap an initial audience, an initial user base. What brings about the big challenge, obviously, is sustainability. That has it's so obvious that it's become a buzzword in crypto over the past few years, and that's what the Monad Momentum program is. It is somewhat fluid, somewhat experimental, because there's lots of different types of apps. They're all pushing forward their own unique user acquisition strategies, but with the inherent financial incentives that crypto offers, like how can that be accelerated for not only user acquisition but sustainable user growth? Where is the flywheel, right? Like another buzzword, but seriously, like the industry has thought about these things for a long time, and this is one way of approaching one of the biggest problems on the app side in crypto. So I'm quite excited for it. We'll see how it goes, and I'm sure there will be some tweaks and other experiments along the way. But it's pretty cool to have this going live on day one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's just going to be so much that the end user ends up profiting from within this entire race of user acquisition and incentives. So obviously, Monad Momentum is one part of the equation. It's like our program designated to really accelerate certain team plans and programs. But there's also going to be many DeFi protocols like running their own programs, running different onboarding and acquisition initiatives. So I think for the end user, everything that we are trying out here is genuinely such a big net positive, because you have all these protocols, all these teams competing over your attention, over your net dollar, your net hour of time. So there's definitely going to be a pretty fun way, which I might tease here a little bit, on day one to come into the ecosystem, browse different active campaigns from across the different teams, and then maybe choose what really fits, your objective and how you want to spend your time, and then contribute and explore those. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, we dropped a little bit of alpha earlier on in the stream. We love to do that. We have our super fans here, and we know they want to get the early info. And we did say we've got both video and written tidbits upcoming before the launch of Monad Mainnet that will help guide you through the planning process for what you're going to do on day one. It's certainly helpful to have a bit of a visual, a bit of knowledge as to what you're walking into, so that you can plan accordingly, both from like a security perspective, which I know is definitely top of mind for a lot of the community and airdrop recipients, but more broadly as well, like the size of the Monad ecosystem on day one is massive. It is unprecedented to have this level of infrastructure support, this many apps from day one. So that's going to be exciting. Intern has to drop. The next time you see him on Monad in the morning, Monad Mainnet will be live, God willing. So we'll see you then.
Are we doing Monad?
We are not.
In the morning on Thanksgiving.
So yeah, we have some tough news to break, and
I knew that's what you were about to say.
And Intern has
not,
just teed it
why
up.
not?
If we knew you were going to say that too.
We will not have Monad in the morning next week. We will be back the following week on December 4th, but Mainnet goes live on Monday, and Thursday, Throughput Thursday, will be American Thanksgiving. And so we're going to be on chain. We're going to be seeing what's going on. You'll have content coming from the pipeline, but we unfortunately will not have Monad in the morning next week. I'm very sorry about that, but we will be back full force on December 4th. So don't
Real
don't
Chaos
hate us
Walker
too much.
says he's starting Chaos in the morning.
I would love for you
I
to
will
do
watch
that.
that.
Yeah. Why don't you do that, Chaos? I would absolutely love to tune in. That sounds like a banger idea. If you actually have plans for it, feel free to shoot me a DM and we'll see how we can support. But yeah, sorry to impromptu break that. Tough news. I think it is the only, it's our second miss. It'll be our second miss since Monad in the Morning started this past February with the launch of the Monad testnet, which is crazy. We're 39 episodes in, 39 testnet episodes, and episode 40 on December 4th, Throughput Thursday on mainnet is going to be quite special. So, sorry to derail, Karma. I know we had a couple things to chat through, and if I'm correct, there was another tidbit of alpha that you were going to drop as well. I don't know if that's still in the cards.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I wanted to have like a little maybe juicy drop for all the NFT lovers out there. I think Monad NFT space has had this very unique development path where we've been on testnet, and even before then, the community has been so vibrant. So you have hundreds of collections that have been building for over a year now. And many of them have already allocated majority of their whitelists. They have very tight communities. So the challenge to Monad NFT space is, how do you actually bring new people in? How do you give them exposure? How do you invite them to participate? And that's something I just wanted to tease here. For everybody who is interested in Monad NFTs, who wants to participate and join in, there is going to be a pretty fun way of participating from day one. So even if you don't hold a single whitelist to all the anticipated mints, a website called Mitm, which is being developed by Sappy Seals, and I'm sort of supporting them in terms of organization, is going to be there for you, and it will allow you to participate in all the upcoming, anticipated mints in a way that really does not require that much from you. So it will be luck-based to a degree, but there will be a way for you to, deposit a set amount of MON that you would like to invest in different NFT mints, or you just want to try your luck, and you will be able to roll that into each next upcoming mint on a luck-based raffle. So that's going to be pretty exciting.
Exciting,
I know,
for sure.
Yes, I know that there's many people in the community looking forward, and since many of these mints are also free at this point, which is pretty exciting. Many collections already announced that they are going to be moving forward with free mints. That is going to be a pretty fun way to get in.
I'm so excited. Sappy Seals are cooking. The whole NFT eco is really awesome. These are just exciting times, and there's a ton to look forward to. It's been a huge effort. I know a lot of people have been working really hard for a very long time. So to see that starting to come to fruition is really cool. And the day one experience is only the day one experience. There's a
Absolutely.
lot rolling out, a lot to come in the future as well. The story of Monad is certainly just beginning.
Yeah, so just to wrap it up, I guess for me, because I know we need to run, and you've had certainly a very long stream, but
we're having fun.
Yeah, but to summarize for everybody listening, so later today I'll be posting a pretty big infographic with all the upcoming mints. So everything that is available in public info so far for Monad NFT mints is going to come later today in a big infographic. And regardless of whether you have whitelists or not, if you are interested in exploring Monad NFTs and different communities, fret not, there will be a website day one. Mint Hub will be there for you. You can come in and get sort of luck-based to a degree access and participate in different mints from collections. It's almost like bringing back the excitement of the public mints, which 2021, 2022 used to be the exciting part of minting, but unfortunately due to botting went away. So Mint Hub brings that back, fair distribution for everybody who wants to get in based on luck.
Beautiful. Well, if you are somehow crazy and not following Karma already, please go follow at Wag Me Gently. The infographic later today is just the first of a lot that I know you're cooking behind the scenes. If you want guides to navigate Monad on day one of mainnet and beyond, Karma is an essential follow. The pipeline is an essential follow. And we're going to put out as much content, as many resources as we possibly can to help guide your day one experience and beyond. So you have a lot to look forward to. Karma, really appreciate you joining us
Thank
today.
you so much.
Any final thoughts for the community? I guess the next time we'll probably be
or
live.
any final thoughts with testnet? Like, this is the last.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is
it?
the last Monad in the mornings on testnet.
Yeah.
The last few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, testnet will continue to exist.
Right,
Right. You can still go deploy, play around, do cool things, and test in a low stakes environment. But it is certainly the last time that testnet is the only usable Monad environment, which is pretty surreal.
So for me, it's actually a very, very funny thing to reflect on, because I joined the team almost exactly a week before we released testnet. So I remember joining the team and sort of learning to know all the projects building and learning the people on the team, and then testnet went live. And now thinking back to that and reflecting back how far we've come, it has been absolutely incredible. And what I'm truly excited about is the fact that we are not actually releasing a blockchain. We are releasing an ecosystem. I think that's what many people are underestimating. It's hundreds of teams going live with ready products day one. I honestly don't think, I don't want to be too forward here, but I can't remember something like this happening in my 4 or 5 years in crypto, where I was able to go somewhere day one and there was such a various richness of different protocols to try. They usually accumulate over time. So that's what I'm super excited about. Just I think it's going to be borderline overwhelming day one, just realizing how much is live already.
Yeah, it very much so fits into the vision, the core ultimate vision of Monad is to push the crypto space forward. And it has obviously been a tremendous amount of effort and coordination and contribution from infrastructure teams, app teams, community around the world for several years. Core protocol development goes without saying. But it is a product of all the good things that have come in crypto before Monad, in addition to that hard work that is making this possible. Monad could not launch with a robust ecosystem in 2015. That just wasn't possible. So because the EVM community has been so strong, worked so hard over the last 10 years, developed so many cool things, that affords Monad to launch with a pretty seamless ecosystem from day one. And certainly there will be hard times, there will be bumps on the road, there will be many challenges to come, but I have a lot of confidence and hope just from being around this ecosystem from pretty early stages as to the ultimate realization of that vision. So I'm fired up. I'm sure everyone is as well. But yeah, these are exciting times. And I guess the one other thing, we kind of hinted at this early in the show, but we're not doing spins this week. We've given away a ton of merch. Our merch locker is basically empty at this point. We need a refresh of our merch, and we need a little bit of a refresh of our prizes.
That's for sure.
But that does not mean that we do not appreciate the community. That does not mean that we don't love the Monad in the Morning superfans, the Pipeline superfans. We absolutely do. Tweeted this yesterday. Totally forgot about the 2-year anniversary of the Pipeline itself, which I believe was November 7th, I think, was our first episode in 2023. We've done 40-something episodes of the podcast since then, almost 40 streams on Monad in the Morning. Countless
39.
Yeah.
Today's 39.
Countless videos, recaps, and a ton of content, but we are truly just getting started. And None of this would have been possible without the amazing contributors. We've grown the team quite a bit. Shout out.
Next week will be my 1 year.
Your 1 year. Jessup been a massive contributor over the last year and then some. Savant for sure. We have actually a new addition recently to the content and media team that has not been publicly introduced, but we will soon. And the broader foundation team has grown a lot. The ecosystem has grown a lot, and it's just so exciting to see the pipeline growing alongside that. But it wouldn't be possible without the people that are tuning in, bringing great energy to the chat on Monad in the morning, to the comment section in the pipeline, to the clips, to the artwork we've seen, to the contributions from the pipeline interns. It just is such a happy feeling that we're at this incredible stage and we're only just beginning. So there's obviously a lot to come, but personally at least wanted to pause towards the end of this episode and say thank you to the community, and I really appreciate all the support, all the love. Wouldn't be possible without you guys tuning in, creating derivative content, clips, and everything in between. And we hope to see more and more of that. We hope you're having fun as we are.
Yeah, you literally make this all possible. And guys, 3 days until mainnet, essentially. I honestly can't believe this, but I guess see you on chain very soon.
Yeah.
See you on chain. What better place to leave it? This is the last Monad in the morning. I can't even talk. It's been 3 hours and I still can't get this sentence out.
One thing I've wanted to also say is that we're uploading the song, the soundtrack. Yesterday I uploaded the version that is on the countdown stream, but then I'll upload the other two. There's a electric guitar version that is sick. And you'll be able to literally add it in TikToks. You can add it in Instagram Reels, and then I'll also happily send it to anybody. So anytime we have the countdown at the beginning of this, you guys know that song. If you want to use it for anything, you can use it in your app that you're it's open sourced.
That's the way we like it, Jessup. Electric Monad in the Morning theme song, and you will hear it many, many more times. We're in the arena now. This is real. Anyone can participate in the on-chain ecosystem on Monad mainnet come Monday. So we have a lot of work to do, and we will see you not next week on Monad in the Morning, but we will see you on December 4th, the first mainnet Monad in the Morning. Thank you all for being with us today, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
I think the story of Monad really starts at the beginning of 22. 3 co-founders, James Hunsaker, Eunice Giarda, and myself. Prior to that, James and I worked together at Jump Trading for 8 years as high-frequency traders. He was the lead developer of our trading team. I was a quant and the team lead of our trading team. And we just worked together for a number of years, building early performance systems for trading in the centralized finance world.
What was the initial story of you two connecting and then obviously ended up leading to starting Monad?
Well, I first met Keone. I was interviewing at Jump, and I didn't know what Jump was. I've described this before. This recruiter called me and said, "Hey, do you want to interview at this FT firm?" And I'm like, "Sure." Keone was interviewing me because Keone had started, 6 months prior, joined that trading team, and Keone took the lead of that trading team.
We spent a number of years at Jump Trading building trading systems, joined the crypto team at Jump Trading in 2021, and spent a little bit of time there, mostly focused on Solana and Solana DeFi. And we really had a front row seat to the launch of Solana and the early days of the Solana ecosystem.
There was this, I think, general presumption that EVM couldn't be performant, right? People just kind of written off EVM as EVM is slow, Solana's fast. There's really no technical reason why that's true. Ethereum has, and still has, the majority of the mind share in terms of research, developers, and tooling, and all that sort of stuff, right? And we didn't believe what most people believe. It couldn't be fast.
Fast forward to 2022, we just realized there was a huge need for a really performant system that could bring everything together and could give developers and users the best of all worlds, to give them full compatibility with the ecosystem of Ethereum development, with the performance of Solana, and with a really high degree of decentralization.
You have this unique perspective, obviously, being a co-founder of Monad, seeing the project from the earliest stages now up to Monad's probably biggest moment in the spotlight yet. How does that feel?
Coinbase launches site for token sales. Blockchain startup Monad will be the first to sell its digital coin on the new platform.
Throughout the years, the vision for Monad has never changed. We've always known that we wanted to bring performance at scale to EVM, but what has transpired over time are some of the hows in which that occurred, and more technical innovations have been shared. I think we're looking forward to seeing more of those tidbits as Monad continues to mature. What will happen on November 24th is the launch of Mainnet, and the best is yet to come.